Hello again, everyone. It's Toby Burrell and Jeff Mark with you again on a wonderful night for basketball. A little chilly outside, good basketball weather, and in town tonight, the arch rivals, Murphy Bulldogs. And, Jeff, you know, Bulldogs just now getting their season underway, 2-0. The Lady Devils have 6 games under their belt. And we'll see if that makes a big difference tonight or if it's just another game in the books. But nonetheless, these Bulldogs come in with a very, very tall squad, and it's going to be a tough order for the Lady Devils to keep up inside.
Yes, it is. I look down there on the court, man, and I see 3 or 4 of those girls. They just look like trees down there. So our girls tonight are going to probably have to try to get the ball out and push it and see if we can't get ahead of some of that size.
All right, well, in our customary fashion, we'll be back with starting lineups here in just a second, and then we'll have play-by-play action for you here as the 2-0 Lady Bulldogs are in town against our 2-4 Lady Devils.
Good evening and welcome to Swain County High School, home of the Maroon Devils. At this time, I'd like to everyone to please rise, remove all headwear, and all talking and other distractions cease as we pay tribute to this great nation of ours with the singing of our national anthem. Tonight's anthem will be performed by Miss Emily Laws. First, for our visitors from Murphy High School. Number 11, Caitlin Stiles. Number 15, Jessica Becker. Number 21, Ellie Martin. Number 23, Aubrey Klapsack. And number 25, Emma Strack.
And so, Jeff, we are ready for action here from Swain County High School, and our Lady Devils really have a test tonight, Jeff, in the fact that they are really eaten up with the flu and virus bug, and it's going to be a tough night in terms of being without leading scorer and leading rebounder Grace Cave.
It's crazy. We lose a lot of athleticism with Grace not on the court. And I was talking to Coach Lindsay's had some strep throat issues, so it's going to be fight to the finish tonight and see who's still out there when it's over.
Absolutely, and that's going to be the key. We know that this Lady Devil team is good up front, but the depth is young, and so they're going to have to grow up in a hurry here tonight.
Yes, they are.
Medlin well out reached on that jump ball, and now it's Clapsaddle all the way to the hole, and Aubrey Clapsaddle lays that in. And the Bulldogs are going to trap, and it's the length of the Bulldogs that's going to be difficult with all the height, and they still have more height coming off the bench. Smith loses control of that, and it'll be controlled by Strap. And she's going to patrol the middle, posting up Taylor Medlin. Let's see how Coach Turner and his team decides to handle the height of this Lady Bulldog squad. Strap right at 6 foot. That one's poked away, and we got a foul from the backside. Let's see who that's on. Again, Swain can ill afford foul trouble. And right away, Taylor Medlin picks up her first. And that's a bad sign for these Lady Devils right off the bat, is to rack up any kind of foul trouble. Getting back to my original point, Strap, and there she is controlling the boards, and there's Hicks with a foul. But Strap, well, check that. That's Jessica Beckner, a junior. But Strap and Beckner, one of the taller front lines Swain's going to see all year. Both of them pushing 6 foot. They've got another 6-footer on the bench that's going to come in.
Yes, they are. And the thing about these girls here, Coach, is just how athletic they look.
Yeah.
I mean, they're tall, they're lean, they're mobile, and that's going to present quite a challenge for us
And in
tonight.
warm-up, Strap was out there nailing threes with the guards at one time, so she can swing out of the paint and hurt you as well. That shot off. Jones with a rebound. So right away, 3-0 Murphy as Hicks charges into the front court trying to cause some chaos. She does, finds West back out to Medlin. Clean look at a three. It's on its way.
Boom.
And Taylor nails that one. And that's a good sign for Swain, is those 10 points a game coming from Grace Cave have got to come from somebody else tonight. And Taylor Medlin already picking up the slack with a big three to open things up. 7 minutes left to go in your first period of play. Hicks on Clapsaddle. She comes off of the screen and nothing to do with it, so she goes all the way across court. That's Caitlin Stiles over there. Three on its way. Medlin trying her best to blocks out. Forced it underneath the basket, and that was thrown right back to Hicks. So a turnover by Beckner, and here comes Hicks charging all the way, and we got a block foul on, who is that, 21. That's Ellie Martin, a sophomore. So outside of Strap, the big girl, this is a pretty young Bulldog team.
It is a young team, and that's scary looking at them, I tell you what.
Of course, Ray Gutierrez coming over from Hiawassee Dam in his first season at the helm of this Bulldog program. And we say that meaning not just this girls team, but also the guys team, and taking over day-to-day athletic director job at Murphy High School as well. So that's a full-time job. All three of those in itself.
The least.
And he's doing all three. So
sure is.
You and I were talking about beforehand, not even understanding what it would be like for us to try to do two of those three things, let alone all three.
Won't no part of that.
So turnover back the other way. Smith with the ball fake. Back out to Hicks. Long three on its way. Rattles around, and it's controlled by Clapsaddle down on the boards. If that name sounds familiar, it should. That's Janet and Mike's granddaughter. And she runs the show at point guard for this Murphy team and does a great job. Shot on the way from Stiles. It's way off, but
good box out by Taylor.
And that's what our players are going to have to do tonight, is box the bigs out and make it hard for them to get rebounds. You can see what they are intent on doing. They throw it up on the glass, even shots. They don't worry about shooting because there's plenty of offensive rebounding to go around. Jones trying to be aggressive, and that will be off of Murphy. So right away, Murphy substitutes, and that's going to be Sydney Addison. And, Jeff, she's a freshman into this Murphy lineup. So she gets Stiles, the senior, out, so they become even younger. And now to inbound it is Hicks. She's got Medlin all the way up top. She thought about it for a second, but then good cut by West. It is off, and Clapsaddle with another rebound. And now they're going to hold it up. Off the bench is Ashton Yonts for the Lady Devils. And, you know, the big thing about injuries or sickness is it really hurts your depth as much as anything. I mean, you say, well, Iana's in there for Grace tonight. She's athletic, but we're used to Iana coming off that bench giving minutes off that bench. And now that job falls to Taylor Collins, of course. She being the tallest player on our team, that's logical as she comes in to take Strap right now. But in this situation, you're going freshman against a senior.
Yes, absolutely. And the last time we saw Taylor out here, she had a magnificent game. So let's see how she battles in here tonight with these these big experienced girls.
Well, Strap is an all-conference performer from last year, and all-conference in multiple sports, I might add. She's very good in volleyball as well. So she is experienced, as you say. Collins not as experienced, but it will be up to her to try to buy some time, and she did a great job of it the other night for Coach Turner and his troops. That one's up off the glass piece of it by Beckner there, and now the Bulldogs into the front court. We're still knotted at 3. Good job by Medlin stepping into that. She couldn't save it, though, and Murphy gets it back. Jones cuts off the baseline. Hicks dogs Clapsaddle out on the wing. Clapsaddle back behind her back. She gets a 5-second call. Nice defense by Lindsay. And we got a timeout by the Bulldogs, and that gives us a chance to set up shop here just a second. I think it's only 30. And we will say that the Lady Devils lost last night, 55-33, I believe, is the final score in that one. Worth note, people say, well, the 62-61 here, why the 20? It's worth noting there's a first game without Grace Cave, and they're still battling this illness and being able to get minutes out of people that they need to get minutes out of. So a tough night for the Lady Devils. Plus, you have to coach those non-conference games a little bit, Jeff, and you can allude more to this a little bit with this game in mind.
You do. You have to be so cognizant of the girls and the guys' minutes last night, knowing that the conference, ultimately, that's one of your big-time goals. Hey, let's be a conference champion. You're not going to do that against Smoky Mountain. Right. That's just a test. So you try to save as much as you can for tonight's contest, being a big conference game.
So here comes the trap by the Bulldogs, and it's a big trap, too.
Oh, gosh.
Because they've got Beckner out there running the point on that thing. No, check that. That's Strap out there running the point. Their big girls look so much alike, I get them confused really easy. The easy answer to that is, well, they're wearing numbers, dummy. Why don't you just look at your chart and you'll know. And that one was Beckner. She's 15. 25 is Strap. Bookends. And their length is really tough. You can see on that inbounds pass, it was really hard to get it in because, and there's a 5-second count because of the length of that arm. She was able to swat that ball away on the first attempt when it would have normally been an easy inbound pass for the Lady Devils.
And normally you could go in the backcourt on that, but at that time Strap, she's standing out here with her arms straight up, and you couldn't even throw it in the backcourt because of her.
Well, Swain's going to extend the pressure now just a little bit and try to figure out if the guard play is a weakness for these Bulldogs this year. And the freshman, Addison, brings it up. Jones comes out and dogs her. Handoff going back the other way to Martin. She goes all the way to the hole, misses the shot. Collins tries to get the rebound, can't, but does a good job battling enough to get Strap on the floor there. And there's a 3 by Martin to make it 6-3 in favor of the Bulldogs.
Now look in the front of this press, Coach.
Yeah, that's a tough trap over there when they put it on that side with that length. Clapsaddle goes for the steal, misses it. Hicks all the way to the hole, lays it up and off. Medlin's able to corral the rebound, tries to back it back down, finds Jones. She sets herself on the shot.
Down.
You know, since Gabby started out the last game we carried 0 for the first half, she has really been hot since then. She's done a great job of settling into the rhythm of the game and trusting her shot.
And she knows her role. It's that mid-range jump shot.
Yeah, especially in the context that they've really not practiced. They did get a workout in Saturday morning, but they come off playing Friday, Monday, and then tonight. So it's not been I get a chance to work on my shot type thing. And so Swain beats the pressure. We're under 3 minutes to play. Jones likes it, takes another one. It rattles off, and that's pulled down by Beckner there. And here come the Bulldogs the other way. 8-5 your score, 2:40 and counting in the first period of play.
Oh, boy.
And that's just a mismatch inside. There's not a whole lot Taylor Medlin can do. The size of that allows that pass to go right over her head, and there's just nothing Taylor can do. Yant's on the run now. Going to her left hand, loses her dribble, and it's picked up in there by Martin, and then Martin falls, and it will be up to Beckner to bring it across the court. That one's on the way from Addison, the freshman. She's got another 3. So, Jeff, if this Bulldog team has got folks outside who can hit the 3, they suddenly become very dangerous in the Smoky Mountain Conference because of the inside play.
Absolutely. You got to pick your poison, because if they're knocking those down, all of a sudden you've got to extend your defense, and then you've got those trees inside.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're going to do.
I don't either, and it opens up offensive rebounding for the inside people. As we said, there's times you just throw it up on the glass and let those big girls go get it, and they're going to stick it in and draw some fouls. And so far, Swain able to stay out of foul trouble, only 2 fouls each, and that may be a key. But this big run right here, to put it at 13-5, Swain really needs to answer with a basket right here.
Yeah, we need a basket in a big way right here. I'm looking at some of the stats right now. We're behind 7-4 in the rebound edge. Points in the paint, obviously losing that. But 6 points off turnovers Murphy has, and that's kind of the difference right now.
Yeah, I think just being able to maintain the ball is big for Swain. Medlin to Jones in the corner. Jones puts it on the floor, goes all the way around, pulls up short, misses it. Smith digs for it but can't get it. And another rebound. Good job by Smith to bat that one away and keep them from pushing it up court. Quickly up off the Murphy bench, but not into the game yet, is Shelby Shore, another senior for the Bulldogs. And there's Addison, the freshman. And also checked into the lineup is the other inside player of Haley Thompson, the 00 there. And you can tell she's a good-sized girl height-wise. And that one, Smith could not get the handle on that one and fumbles it out of bounds. And into the ballgame will be Shore. She's going to check in for Addison, I believe. Sydney Addison, the freshman, checks out. So Shore in. And Clapsaddle will throw it in now for the Bulldogs. 1:40 remaining in the first period of play. Again, just not a whole lot Swain can do right there.
No, there's not.
But a good job. You can get into the passing lane, so that was a good job by Lindsay to do that and swat the ball back out of bounds again. Clapsaddle to inbound again from underneath the Swain goal. Into Thompson, back to Clapsaddle, who now work it up against Hicks. Smith comes over to double team. Hicks stops her, digs at it, can't get it out of there. Now Clapsaddle goes all the way to the hole with it, banks it up hard, but pulled down by a Strap, and a foul on Smith. That'll put Strap back to the line. Oh, they're calling that on the floor, so it'll be out underneath. And so Strap will throw it in to Thompson again. Clapsaddle looks back for Strap. And that one banks it in by Shore. So now a 10-point advantage for the Bulldogs as Hicks puts the ball on the floor, is going to dribble her way all the way through it. Now Medlin fouled on the perimeter by Strap. Not the kind of foul you'd like to see out of your inside people that far on the perimeter. Swain will inbound from in front of Murphy's bench now. Hicks will do the honor. She finds Jones, puts the ball on the floor with a fake. Kicks it back to Hicks on the outside. Murphy's in a 1-3-1 zone, a traditional 1-3-1. That one's shot long. Clapsaddle the rebound, and Medlin digs that out. And Smith with it in a three-point play. Good job by Medlin, Hicks, and Smith over there. And Smith able to put that one in and get a shot out of it. And Yance is going to give Medlin a breather here. And Smith will go to the free throw line with a chance to cut this thing to 7, where he's been up as much as 10. 47.8 left in the first period of play. Shot on its way, and Smith makes good on the traditional three-point play. And into the game for Murphy will be Britton Johnson, a junior. She's got Strap out for this final 47.8 seconds plus the quarter break to rest up for the senior. Jones keeping her hand in the passing lane, slaps that one away. So Murphy will inbound again from underneath their own basket.
That's going to be a violation. Swain ball.
Well, I like it. So Hicks will now inbound it from right on the W in Swain. Still 47.8. West comes off a double screen, back to Yance. Yance thought about it, and she just got too happy with her feet. So Strap with 5 points, 4 rebounds already.
Yes.
A busy first quarter. Thompson throws it in. That ball's poked out of there. Yance comes away with it. Jones from the free throw line. That one back irons and out. Pulled down by Shore, and she races the other way. Fast break opportunity for the Dogs. Pull-up shot off, and off of Yance, but right into the waiting hands of West, who steams up court now with it. Hicks on the outside. She's got a sizable height advantage, so she goes to the hole and is fouled on the play by Martin.
That should be her second.
So Hicks to the free throw line now to shoot what I would imagine would be a pair. I didn't see a sign from the official. The first one hits all of the rim and bounces out. And back into the game will be Sydney Addison. She's going to get Martin out. Martin with 2 fouls.
Yes.
And so Hicks will have a second attempt here to cut the lead to 6 for the Lady Devils. It's on its way, back iron, front iron, no good, and pulled down by Britton Johnson. So now the freshman, Addison, will bring it up against Hicks. On the way, partially blocked by Hicks, dug out by Smith, shot up and off. Smith pulls it down. That shot by Thompson misses.
2.
Now Hicks is
One.
on the run. They had no numbers, but they couldn't get it off in time. So the first quarter is going to be in the books with the Lady Devils trailing 15-8. So we return to action here for the second 8 minutes of this one, and 15-8 your score. The Bulldogs in front. As we said, 2 games into the season for the Bulldogs because of football, and they look pretty sharp considering it's their 3rd game. Much more outside shooting than they had last year. And as you said during the break, 6 different players have scored so far.
6 different players so far. 2 of those have been 3, so they're doing a good job from the outside and inside. That's scary.
That foul called on
I missed it.
Martin,
Who was it?
I believe. No, that was the last foul, so I'm not sure who got her. May have been Stiles. Jones with a ball fake back over to Smith. Smith didn't put it on the floor before she took those steps. So it'll be Murphy basketball from the side right in front of their bench.
Yes, it was Stiles.
So Clapsaddle inbounds, and she finds Strap, who has stepped checked back into the game, much to the chagrin of Taylor Medlin, I'm sure. So now Hicks, and that one's up and off, and there's Strap with another offensive rebound, and that just prolongs possessions. Now inside, and she just lays it in with the left hand. And I've seen enough now, Jeff, to convince me that I at first thought she probably could be successful playing zone against this Murphy team, but I've seen enough so far to convince me otherwise of that. Good backside rebound by Jones to stick that back in. 17-10 your score. But I'm sure there'll be teams who try that philosophy.
Yeah, I'm sure they will, and they're going to be much surprised at the ability of this month to be able to shoot this year the way they are.
That's going to be on Medlin, her second, and she's done an admirable job in there on Strap and Beckner so far, but that one all the way down on the other end of the court defending. And now it'll be Sydney Addison guarded by Jones, and they try to go with the lob. Medlin's got it, and fouled in there by Strap.
Ooh, that's going to be 2.
And she may help us out with, and that should put Swain in the 1-and-1, and it does. So I think Taylor Medlin will go to the line. A good help side defense that time by Alyssa Smith, who was able to jam that ball away. And Medlin picked up the loose ball and then was fouled by Strap, and she will shoot a 1-and-1. 6:53 in the second now. boys game to come after this one, so stay tuned for that. Front iron and off, rebounded again by Beckner. And Clapsaddle will bring it up, guarded by Hicks. Jones will now draw Strap inside, and she's got her trying to bump her off of the block. Does so nicely. Back over to Clapsaddle. Clean look at a three. Back
gets the
irons
roll.
Good. She got the friendly roll, and that goes in. 20-10 now Bulldogs. And they go back to a three-quarter court trap. Swain has handled it pretty well most of the night. They do again. Jones all alone finds Smith, who tries to spin to the basket, but was fouled by Beckner on that play. And it will put Smith to the line. That'll be Beckner's second. So foul trouble by the Twin Towers there of the Bulldogs. And this will be Alyssa Smith going back to the line. Good shot.
Knocks it down.
Up and in. Cuts the Bulldog lead back to 9. And she will get a second one now. Well, back iron and no good. Medlin's tries to dig that one out. Everybody falls, no call. Smith is going to draw a third foul on Beckner.
That's
out
big.
of that 4A right there, and you're right, that is huge. Good hustle play. So far, the Lady Devils are winning the hustle
Yes,
plays,
they are.
which is huge in a contest like this. So Smith will go back to the line to attempt it again. And the scoreboard does have 3 for Beckner, so that's a big play. And at the scores table is Haley Thompson to check in, so height for height here. And Smith makes good on that one, so Thompson and Martin will check in. Most likely it's going to be Strap rather than Beckner.
Wow.
Nope.
Nope.
Check that. She told the wrong person. So Beckner checks out, Strap stays in the game, and Smith will have another free throw here to cut it to 7. If Alyssa can make this one. Front iron, nothing but net.
4 or 5 on the night.
So 7. I'm glad you said that while she wasn't shooting.
Yeah, I did. I saved it.
That was a veteran broadcaster.
I'm learning.
There. Jones with good hands knocks that one out of bounds. It will be Murphy basketball. Gabby stayed with it, trying to steal the possession even further. Wily veteran move by the seniors. So Clapsaddle will inbound now. And does so to Martin, who will set their offense. So it's Haley Thompson, 0-0, who goes to the block to post up Gabby Jones. Strap on the outside.
A turnover.
A turnover, so those can do nothing but help. They remain in their full court zone press. And so far it has not done a whole lot other than slow the tempo for Swain. Hicks with 3 catch and shoot. It's off. Rebounded on the backside by Clapsaddle. She finds Martin. And now Martin will bring it up. 20-13, 5:31. Long pass. Clapsaddle tracks it down in the corner. Spins her way all the way down. Tries to pass it over to Strap. And it's poked away right there. Gabby Jones trying to get away from people and couldn't. And they've called a jump ball.
Jump ball.
And it will be Murphy's ball? Nope. Swain ball.
He's got the light pointing that way.
Nope, it's Murphy ball.
Murphy.
So now you have to be aware of just a straight lob into Strap. Medlin comes over to help
Swain
and
ball?
forces another turnover. Swain doing a wonderful job helping on the backside every time Strap gets it, and have forced some turnovers that way. Now Hicks will bring it up court, finds West, fumbles it, but hangs on, passes off to Medlin. And she drops it and is picked up by Martin. Martin steaming into the front court, stopped by Hicks, batted away. It'll be off Hicks, Murphy ball. 5:02 left in the second period.
You know, Murphy's been a little sloppy with the basketball. We have them for 14 turnovers already so far in the game.
Not even to halftime yet. That's
No.
a ton for a first half. So we got Collins and Yance into the ball game. The freshmen are on the court now. And I think the concern for those freshmen playing at this juncture is the help side defense that they get out of Taylor Medlin on that low block is just huge. Shot by Clapsaddle. Strap had Collins all the way back to the baseline, boxed out to get the offensive rebound that time. So Hicks steams into the double team, Kicks it ahead to Jones, fires to West, who puts it on the floor, goes all the way to the hole, and it's up and off. Thompson with it. All the way back down to the corner, and that'll be inside Collins. Good job. Scoops around and gets the ball away from Strap. Great defense by Collins. Here comes West, and Yance leading the break now. Yance going to her left, as we've seen her do, and she gets a foul call. Let's see who that's on. That could be big.
25.
And that is big. That will be the third.
That should be
Strap.
3. Yes, it should.
Much to the chagrin of the Murphy fans, the freshman, Ashton Yance, who's been electric in her last 3 games here, is at the line. Free throw on its way.
Knocks it down. So the Lady Devils hitting their free throws tonight.
And they have cut this thing back. They're hanging around, and Strap will take a seat now. And it will be just Thompson in terms of the big, tall, wide body people out there for the Bulldogs now. And Yance will have her second one on the way. It rattles around and right into the waiting hands of Haley Thompson, and the Bulldogs will bring it up court now. Thrown ahead, and
another
they can't
turnover.
handle it, so just keep forcing the tempo. Good things will happen maybe. 22-14, 4:14 remaining in your second period of play. The press is off now. Looks like they will go straight up man-to-man. Girl to girl, if you will, whatever you want to call that. Nobody's got Hicks except the center, and that's a mismatch. If we can get a little clear out right there, Lindsay can go to the hole. And
she does.
Missed the shot. Yance almost got to it, but Thompson does first and now throws it ahead. Clapsaddle races it down, crossover all the way to the hole, shoots it over, and Collins with a good rebound. Jones and Clapsaddle go down in a heap back there. Hicks all the way to the hole. Collins underneath. Good rebound. She gets couldn't get it up, got it partially blocked. Now Clapsaddle, who never made it back down court, is in good shape on this end. They look inside, and that one's fumbled around, and a foul.
I believe it's going to be on Taylor.
Collins fouled her in her hustle attempt to get over there and help out. They almost had another turnover force there. Now Murphy will inbound, and they do so, but that one gets away, and it's run down by Ellie Martin, who will now set the offense. Thompson way out from the basket, looks for Clapsaddle on the cut, finds her, ball fake, Clapsaddle step under, move.
Holy cow.
It's a lot of steps there,
nice
no
move.
call. And now the lead back to 10 for the Bulldogs, and they got to feel good about that with Strap and Beckner on the bench.
Yes.
Medlin with a clean look at a 3, and that
Boom.
was good. Taylor Medlin with 2 threes on the night now. That was a big bucket right there for the Lady Devils. Hicks dogs Martin, and we got a foul on Hicks. And that will be 2 on Lindsay, so big call there for the Devils. It's only 6 fouls, so for once the Lady Devils do not have the opponent shooting 1-1 at this point. Inbound to Martin, who's controlling the ball now for the Bulldogs. Motions Clapsaddle to come up. Now she goes by her girl all the way to the hole. It's stripped away by Yance, and a jump ball call before. That was a quick jump ball.
Wow.
And it will be Swain basketball, fortunately, because it looked like a clean steal from our vantage point for Ashton Yance.
Yes, it did. Absolutely. I don't get that one.
So now Swain against the Murphy man-to-man. It doesn't appear anybody's got – now they do. I started saying nobody's got Yance, but yeah, they do.
Left hand.
She goes all the way to the hole, and it won't go. And they rake at it, and Yance is called for the foul, trying to get it away from Thompson there. It'll be a 1-1 now for Haley Thompson, the junior, for the Bulldogs, who'll shoot with 2:38 remaining in this one. 7-point lead. We've said it before, Jeff. These teams, and Swain is one of them tonight, just kind of hanging around. Just kind of hanging around, waiting to be able to make some kind of run.
As long as we can keep this thing close, we have the experience here in the end of these ball games to know what it takes to come back and try to pull a win out of this thing. Murphy's not been in that situation. So Lindsay kicks the ball up there to Taylor. Rolls out to Gabby. Back with us, Coach. She knocks it down.
I am.
Help you out there if I can.
Thank you. So Jones knocks that one down. Swain within 5 here. And Murphy sets their offense. Thompson way outside. This is flex all the way.
Yes, it is.
Double team over there, and they get it out to Clapsaddle. He tries to dribble her away around, and now Jones matched up with Martin on the outside. Martin's going to pull it out, reset the offense again. And this offense, of course, you know as well as anybody.
Oh, yes.
That if you don't make good screens, it doesn't
It
work.
don't matter. No, it does not.
And there's 3 on Lindsay if it goes against us, and it's going to.
It's going to. That's big. Oh.
2 shots for her as well. As it looked like, it didn't look like she was shooting to me. Should be 1 and 1.
Should be 1 and 1.
That's pretty generous. That's an NBA type call there. So Martin will go to the line. I don't think the Bulldogs have been to the line a whole lot tonight.
No, they've only shot 3.
That one's good. And up off the Swain bench now is going to be West and Smith for Collins and Hicks. Off of the Murphy bench is Sydney Addison. And Martin will shoot her second. And it's off. Yance first to the ball.
God, gets tackled.
And I bet you anything we got another jump ball.
We do.
What do you want to bet?
Absolutely. Be Murphy's ball.
Ashton wins the race to that ball and then is hammered. And we got a jump ball. So Clapsaddle will throw it in here. The big thing you got to watch for. Unfortunately, Thompson goes outside to take that one. All she had to do really was post up Medlin on that play. And we get an offensive foul on Martin
21.
that time.
That's
for
3.
The forearm, and that's her third. She's getting up off the bench as Caitlin Stiles right now to get her. And so a little bit of foul trouble for these Bulldogs here in this first half.
It is. That's 3 people with 3 fouls already. Strout, Martin, and Beckner.
So Medlin will bring it into the front court without Hicks in the ballgame. Smith fumbles it away but keeps her dribble now. She goes hard to the hole and puts it up and in. Nice running hook shot by Alyssa Smith. And now the Lady Devils are back to within 4 right here with 1:30 remaining in the first half.
That's 8 big points for Alyssa.
It's a big night for Alyssa. We wondered who was going to come up with those Grace Cade points. And Alyssa Smith trying to answer. That one's off of West, unfortunately. But I tell you what, Jeff, I like what I'm seeing out of the Lady Devils out here. They are scrambling, scraping, and doing whatever they can do to make sure that they can stay in this thing.
You know, I wondered with Grace out of the game tonight if we'd see a lot of on-the-floor type action, hustle-type plays. It's still there.
Oh, yeah.
It's still there.
Good help by West, even though she made that shot. Haana in great position there, stepping over to help. So, and the thing you always worry about is not make an excuse like, well, we don't have Grace. So.
That's right.
But none of that.
Look at
West
that.
off the pass from Medlin. So Swain again, a great job of hanging around. Smith with Clapsaddle in the backcourt now. Clapsaddle behind the back up the court with it. And the sophomore spins off of it, runs right into Medlin, and will stop. They're looking to get it to Stiles on the wing, and no such luck. It's 38 seconds, and I think they're going to be content to work for a final shot here if they can. Clapsaddle all the way to the hole. That's off. Yance with it. She goes with it. She's going to take it and go the length of the floor if at all possible. Finds Medlin cutting back. Open 3 on the way.
Oh, I thought that was
front
in.
Iron and out. Jones races for it. Can't get it. She throws it down court. Can Yance win the race? No, but she blocked the shot and got a lot of Clapsaddle in the process, I guess. 14.5 left in this one. Clapsaddle will go to the free throw line with a chance for 2 free throws right here.
Aubrey has 7 points on the night for Murphy.
They just called that on the wrong person, Jeff. They gave that to Taylor Medlin.
Whoa.
She was not even in the floor. She was back here playing defense.
He fixed it.
Okay. And Taylor saw it first on the scoreboard, and I think she nearly passed out, to be honest with you. She's still trying to catch her breath.
I don't blame her.
I may get some, but I can't get one when I'm on that end.
Oh, that's right.
Hey, right. So it will be on Yance, who was the only person in the neighborhood who could even stood a prayer of catching up with that ball.
Right.
Probably on both teams, to be honest with you. Shot on its way, and it's off. Jones fights for it. West fights for it, and it'll be Swain basketball. So Hicks will check back in for offense right here with her foul trouble, so she's got to be a little bit careful.
Yeah, she does.
In this final 13.5. Swain with a chance here to take the final shot. Medlin's on the wing. Hicks goes all the way, kicks it to Smith on the wing. Smith 3 on the way. It's good. Alyssa Smith with a career night. Go get them, sis. Good job. Now here comes shot.
It's got a chance.
Woo! I thought that was
Golly
going
bum.
for a minute from our
Wow.
standpoint. Man alive. What a way to close the first half. The Bulldogs on top, 28-26. So we're going to take a little break here. We'll put the camera on the clock so you can see it. We'll be back with you with second half action. So halftime almost over here, Jeff, and it was a good first half for the Lady Devils, who climbed their way back into this 28-26 at the half, and it was a big first half from Alyssa Smith.
Yeah, it was. I mean, Alyssa there with, I think, 11 big points. That's probably a season high, maybe a career high. I'm not sure about that. But she kind of did all the dirty work, things that were expected. We talked about Grace not being here. She took her spot, and actually then a little bit. Grace averaging 10, Alyssa's got 11.
Exactly, and we were commenting during the break there, we've been out-rebounded by sizable margin, but we didn't feel like we did a bad job at all.
No, I feel like our girls are doing a good job backside help. I think they're really trying to box out. Murphy's just so tall, they're just able to get some of those easy ones. There's really nothing we can do about it.
And absolutely, again, another game of outstanding minutes from the freshman duo of Ashton Yance and Taylor Collins.
Gosh, you look, and, I mean, they've got 1 point, but it's the other things they're doing. It's not the points. It's the hustles. It's the loose balls. It's Taylor getting rebounds down here on both ends, actually.
And the big thing is the help defense on the backside. When you go ahead and get in front of the tall girls, you got to be able to have help, and they've been spot on with that. And I know that's a big issue with Coach Turner. You basically don't get on the floor unless you can play help defense.
That's
with him.
exactly right. I talked to Coach Blankenship. He says he's a master at teaching defense. He says it's phenomenal, some of the things that he's able to do with those girls, and it shows.
Yeah, and they've done a great job with a very tall and talented Murphy team coming in here. We've got this week, we've got another game on Thursday, the Maroon Devils Network. Jeff and I will be here with you for that one against Franklin. We go out of conference. And then, of course, we take a Christmas break and come back next week, and they go down to you and I won't be with them, but they're going to go down to.
You said Christmas break, and I started to come out of my chair.
Yeah, it's about time.
I'm so ready.
Me and you both. Me and you both. But they'll go to a Christmas tournament and then come back with Cherokee on the 6th. And that'll be a big game here at Swain High School. And we'll have that one, of course, live for you here on the Maroon Devils Network as well. We look forward to that as we do all Smoky Mountain Conference games here at Swain High School. So just wrapping things down, and I know the break can't come soon enough for these Lady Devils and Maroon Devils to try to help kill some of the illness, to be honest with you, more than anything else.
Absolutely. I mean, you're going to hear later on in the boys' game some sickness there with Brett Treadway and a couple of guys that's not feeling good. Darren's not feeling good tonight. So, yeah, great time for that break to come.
Yeah, and it really is. And people don't understand it, but it's a stressful time at the high school, too, because they're in the middle of exams, and you're either preparing for one or taking one. It seems like all the time, and that adds stress and some late hours for our students who basically take it the same way college students take exams. They take it that seriously. So it's a tough time for them, but it's almost over. We got the third day of exams wrapping up tomorrow, and then that's going to do, or the fourth day rather, and that's going to do it for exams, and then the break will be on for these guys essentially.
The end is in sight.
The end is in
it's
sight.
there.
That's right. So Swain will start the second half, and Murphy goes to a 1-3-1 zone, and that more than anything because Strapp and Beckner are in foul trouble, but you got to throw it across them to swing this ball, which gives the defense time to recover. Good swinging now as Swain moves the ball well. West in the corner all the way back around. And I'm sure the Lady Devils would be very patient to work it and try to find an opening somewhere. They've been that way so far, 30 seconds into this half. And they get it back out to Hicks on the top. And it's spread way out at this point as Coach Turner directing traffic. Smith open for a three. It's on its way. Back iron and no good. Clapsaddle on the backside with a rebound. And so the Lady Devils come up empty on their first possession here in the second half. Clapsaddle down the wing. Inside to Strapp. Muscles her way up. Misses the shot. It'll bounce all the way back out. Clapsaddle will track it down. So good job defensively that time. And Jeff, that turn in and of itself is delicate because she did it with her elbows out.
Yes.
If you catch somebody with that elbow out, that's offensive foul. And that one's Strapp on the offensive rebound and Smith with the foul. And that could be problematic.
I have her for two.
That's two unofficially. Strapp back to the line, though. I think she was probably their leading scorer. No, she had 5, Clapsaddle 8, 9 rather. Make it 10. So Strapp back to the line now, 29, 26. She hit that one or miss it?
She hit it, according I saw it go in.
So we're 30-26, 4-point lead now. Murphy back to full court pressure. Hicks dribbles her way through and in an errant pass, and Strapp will lay that one in, and suddenly it's a 4-0 run to open things up here in the second half as the Bulldogs have extended their pressure a little farther back, and now one pass and it's over with, and Swain charges the other way. Hicks pulls up, goes to the corner to West. West looks inside, and it's poked away down there by Stiles. So Swain will inbound it with 6:27 remaining in the third period of play. It'll be Lindsey Hicks to do the honors. And now Murphy comes out in a man-to-man. Smith on the wing, leading scorer for the Lady Devils. And she's got it against Clapsaddle, goes to the hole to lay it in. It's short. And that's Beckner with a rebound. Clapsaddle down the left side. All the way across inside to Strap. And that one's shot across. Nobody there because the help defense came from that side. So there's nobody there to rebound. And we got a timeout Swain as a 6-0 run opens things up here in the second half for the Bulldogs. And suddenly it's 34-26. At the 6:03 mark, so Coach Michael Turner spends a timeout here to try to get things back under control, and the full court pressure gave the Lady Devils some difficulty that time.
Yeah, it did. It's like we've said all game long. You've got Strap up there in the head of that thing with those arms stretched out wide, and any pass you try to make cross court or over the top, it's going to be a tough deal.
It is, and of course what they're given is the back pass, and then they sprint towards it with the other side to try to go into that passing lane and steal it. And that's been the problem. When it got it ahead to Medlin on that wing, it opened up quite easily. But that's a tough proposition when you're throwing it over Strap. And then the added bonus for Murphy, if you have to throw it over that, it gives them time to recover.
Yes, it does.
Get back and help or double team.
And it's unique how they've got it set up because they've got their two bigs up at the top, then they've got their two quicker people in the back just for that reason, I suppose.
So Swain will inbound it again. It's the starting lineup of Jones, Medlin, West, Smith, and Hicks. Murphy counters with their starting lineup, and we are underway. Medlin with the pass goes all the way across court to Hicks. Now Hicks can beat it. No, check that West. And catching her from behind, Stiles pokes it away and out of bounds. So now Hicks will inbound from deep in her own territory. Finds West. Dribbles, turns around, finds Medlin, cross court to Jones, ball fake, back out.
I'd like to see Gabby go ahead and catch that and knock that down. Have some confidence in that shot. She's been shooting the ball well the last two games.
I believe she's hit
That's
enough
her
tonight
spot.
where she can ball fake that and try to go by too.
Yes.
So Hicks out on the wing, and it looks like Murphy is back into a zone again. This one a different zone. Maybe it is the 1-3-1 again. And that one picked away by Strap. And she dribbles it off her own foot. So a break for the Lady Devils. They're still looking for the first basket here in the second half. Yance is going to check in for West. Now Jones will inbound. She does to Hicks. Goes ahead to Yance. Now Yance goes to her left, which she does well all the way to the hole. Lays
Knocks
it in.
it down.
Nice job by Ashton Yance to get that one over Beckner. And Beckner, of course, can't challenge it real hard with those three fouls. So Clapsaddle into the front court now. Strap posting. Beckner back up on top. Jones leaves Clapsaddle to go double team. So Murphy is having to take a few minutes to figure out exactly what it is Swain's doing defensively. And that one's up by Strap. Nothing Medlin could do. There's no way help could get there.
No, I watched that the whole time. Taylor absolutely physically worked her right down there for about a minute and a half.
Yeah.
But then for just 1 second, she let up, and she got that good low post position.
Smith pulls up, rattles home and out. Yance fights for it. We got a jump ball. It's a good hustle by Yance there. It'll be Murphy basketball, but and now Strap will inbound it. Check that. Clapsaddle will inbound it. Does so to Strap, and now back to Clapsaddle. So I'm not sure who's got Aubrey. Gabby Jones now picks up the defense at half court of her. Double screen coming her way. Shot on the way from the corner. Front iron, back iron.
What a roll. Wow.
So Caitlin Stiles gets a friendly roll here in Swain, which should be unheard of for a Bulldog to get a friendly roll. And there's another steal. There's another timeout by Turner. He is definitely not happy with his troops this time. Sloppy passing have made this a 12-2 run by the Bulldogs, and they are now up 40-28. And not good stuff for Swain. Clapsaddle up to 6 assists, 8 points now. Strap with 13. So they're big players starting to make some noise here. Strap 6 of 7 shooting it from the floor to lead them. And on the converse side, flip side rather, it's Smith for us, 3 of 6 from the floor and 11 points. But so far, Lady Devils having a hard time scoring across that length. Again, it's the length more than anything else.
It absolutely is. Right now, it's just giving us a problem. It's giving Murphy just easy baskets.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw a steal down there, and Strap happens to be standing right under the dead gym basket.
Yep.
Flip it to her, and lay it in.
Yeah, and you always wonder how other teams play against other teams.
Uh-huh.
So you wonder how this Murphy team plays against other teams, what kind of difficulties they give them. For us, it's been a difficult proposition because we're not a tall team. We don't have height. We average right at 5'7", 5'6", somewhere in that neighborhood. We're not tall by any standards, and so that makes it really tough, doubly tough, I guess the best way to say it is, in this situation. Medlin pushes the action, gets the lay-in. So it'll be 40-30 now. Swain looking to pressure a little bit here. Full court ahead to Beckner.
Holy
and
cow.
Jones has to foul her. Nothing she can do. As Beckner now, the other twin tower, takes advantage of that, and it will be a foul on Jones. Taylor Collins to the scorers table. Only Beckner's 4th point.
Yeah, that's what I have it with.
Free throw on the way, and that back irons and off, and Strap still gets it even though she was boxed out. And therein lies the problem, Jeff. And Gabby Jones had her boxed out that time, and there's long arms made the difference.
You know, there's not much you can do for height, length, and athleticism all put together in one package.
That's a fact.
It's just tough.
That's a fact. So now they'll pull back into a half-court zone. I don't think it's going to be of the trapping nature. I just don't think they want you to swing the ball. They'll make it hard on you.
Oh, boy.
There's number 4,
That's
right?
going to be 4.
That's a break for the Maroon Devils.
25.
So Thompson checks in. That's significant because she, while is almost as tall as Strap, is nowhere near as athletic.
No.
But they move Beckner out to the top now, who is.
That's what a luxury.
Now Thompson will patrol the middle. Hicks backs it back out as Turner yells instructions to reset. I think he may have drawn some stuff up for man-to-man, and they went zone, so they had to adjust on the fly. That one time, Medlin had posted up, and they get it punched out underneath. It'll be Swain ball from right on the end in county. Medlin on the – how did she pop that wide open? It was amazing, but shot off. Clapsaddle roars the other way. Nobody stopping dribble, so she goes all the way, lays it to Beckner.
Holy cow.
Who throws it up and it goes in. It's been that kind of night for the Bulldogs. And Beckner will go back. Who was the foul on?
I didn't see it. Let's see if I can check the board. Was that Smith?
Smith, I believe.
It is. That's Alyssa, her 3rd.
West is in for her. And now Beckner will go to the line to shoot 1 and stretch this Bulldog lead to 15. It's up and on its way back. Iron Thompson grabs the rebound. West pulls it away from her. So just the aggressiveness of Anna West got that rebound. Hicks yachts on the wing and then bounces it out of bounds. Murphy basketball. Clapsaddle to inbound for the Bulldogs. And stretch it ahead. Yance let her get behind it now. Good job by Hicks. There's no foul, it didn't look like, but for some reason, and there's a foul.
Good.
With a push. So West will go to the free throw line on a good fast break opportunity there by
That's
the Lady
Martin.
Devils.
That's 4.
That is Martin. You're right, it is her 4th. Hand right in the small of the back, just a little subtle push. West to the line. Rattles around and out. It's been that kind of night. Into the lineup is Carly Hopkins for the first time tonight and Sydney Addison. And we've got Beckner coming out with 3 fouls. So Hopkins comes in as a post player. She's significantly shorter than the other big players they've got, which is good news. That one off the front iron. Hopkins is going to pull it down. Yance tries to pry it away but can't. And now Clapsaddle goes the other direction with nothing but black jerseys down there. And all the way to the hole is
the freshman.
Addison, the freshman. And now it's 16, 46, 30. So they've got to reset their defense without the bigs. Hicks pulls out, shoots a three, back iron up and off, pulled down by Styles, and now they try to stop the dribble. She goes right through them.
How'd she get through that?
And there's an offensive foul, and they're gonna call a block on it, but she lowered her shoulder bigger and wide.
Yes, she did.
Wow. I'm sorry, but I do not agree with that call.
I don't either.
Just from the sheer, and you look at feet where her feet set and all that, but when they lower the shoulder and run you over, that's an offensive foul.
Should be automatic, absolutely.
I think Gabby is a little shaken up on that play. She's going to come out. Smith's going to check back in and just collect herself after taking that shot. And it was a shot.
It was a shot.
3-point attempt on the way, and West gets the rebound.
Oh, boy.
They didn't see it. You did at home, but they didn't, fortunately. Yance, and there's a foul as Yance tries to go to the hole.
Number 11, Caitlin Styles, her second.
We're just under 2 minutes here in the third period of play. This one has been all Bulldogs, and Murphy's going to take a timeout. It's going to be a 30, so we'll stay here with you. Maroon Devils coming up next. They won last night to stretch their season to 6-0. And come back home. Third conference game. It's every game in Smoky Mountain Conference is big, but this one's big as well.
Oh, gosh, Murphy, they're one of our huge rivals. Don't matter what you play them in, you want to beat their hind end as bad as you can. And that'll never change.
No, it won't. And that's the way it should be.
That's the way it should be.
Every school's got somebody like that. I feel certain if they don't, they're not doing it right.
But the good thing I love about this rivalry with Murphy, it's a respected rivalry.
Right.
It's not a bunch of bull crap or anything else. We have a good program. They have a good program. We respect theirs. They respect ours. And that's the way it ought to be.
Well, and you know, one of the things I've always noticed is in rivalry games, in some of those rivalry games, there's always this thing about we're going to get some intimidation on you. We're going to, we're this or that, and it's never that with these two schools.
No.
It's always about just playing as hard as you can play, getting after each other, and not liking each other out on the court. You're not going to see a whole lot of pat on the back and pleasantries and hugs before the game because they don't like each other, and that's okay.
That's okay.
There's nothing wrong with that. You know, there's rivalries meant to be that way, and we'll play and shake hands after it's over with and go on about our business. And we can pull against them. It's not one of those things we're okay that they won it, I guess. I just assumed they hadn't, but they did. So it is what it is. In football, that is.
Oh, I didn't know what you was talking about.
I was talking about football.
Oh, I didn't understand.
It is what it is. I don't know.
I knew.
Yeah. Swain showing some more patience out here on this possession, and good patience at that. Her and West are so athletic. Their feet get moving before they can actually
they do.
get it processed in their head that they've got to dribble, and that's just being crazy athletic. Yance now in the hip pocket of Addison. As she brings it up, Clapsaddle will set the offense now. Not the kind of threat inside that they had before, but it doesn't matter if Clapsaddle can go all the way to the hole. She does. Yance has got it over there. It'll be a jump ball. Clapsaddle took a shot too. She went tumbling down hard. Gets up kind of slow, but she's all right. It's going to be Swain's basketball. Jeff, where do you stand on the long sleeves?
I am not a fan of them whatsoever.
No way I could
do
play
not
with
like
them
them.
on.
Nope. Wouldn't even have thought about wearing something like that. I don't like the short sleeves.
Yeah,
I like just the traditional basketball look. Put it on. Let's get after it.
I'm the same way, but I don't think there's any way I could have played with either one of them on. It would have driven me nuts.
Yep.
And that's a dangerous pass against 1-3-1 where that back person can zoom.
Wow.
She gets a roll out of that one, so Styles with a big bucket. And now we're up to a 20-point lead, 50-30, and under a minute to play in the third period now. Medlin and Hicks on the exterior. Good pass.
Oh, good look.
Nicely done. Wow. Good pass by Hicks. Nice finish by Smith, who's having herself a nice offensive game.
13 points for Alyssa.
And she's had to log extra minutes tonight.
Yes, she
Jeff,
has.
with Cabe out. And she's done a good job. There's a strip almost by Hicks. Smith comes out of there with it, and it's going to be black basketball. So 23.9 left, and it's a 18-point lead for the Bulldogs. Hicks almost strips that one.
Holy moly!
Wow.
Golly.
Certainly, Caitlin Stiles put on a show with a couple of baskets that just have us shaking her head. So Hicks navigates her way through, looks back up top, finds Medlin, back over the wing to West, spins her way all the way to the hole, up and off the back glass. She tries to get after. That's going to be the end of the third with the Bulldogs on top, 52-32. So we're back for the final 8 here from Swain. And Aubrey Clapsaddle still getting some attention. She's getting a little ice on her cheek from the spill she took, and she's had quite a 3 quarters.
Oh, it's crazy, Coach. She has 10 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists. That's as quiet of an almost triple-double as I can remember.
Yeah, she's all over a triple-double. We may not see her again with this lead because they play again tomorrow, believe it or not. They played last night, tonight, and tomorrow.
Wow.
So we may not see her again in this game, given that it's a 20-point lead. But been nice to see she could have got that triple-double if she'd stayed in it.
That's
She's
always cool.
So Swain works the ball on the perimeter. Jones steps into a jumper, and we've liked that a lot. It was a good shot from her. It just didn't fall. Now Murphy streams the other way. Pull back up, and that's Ellie Martin back out for the Lady Devils. That was about a walk.
That was a walk. Had to have been. Golly bum.
Hop, skip, and a
Whew.
jump.
He caught her the 3rd time.
Britton Johnson with that one, and it'll be Swain basketball. Jones back in the lineup after that offensive charge that she got run over with.
She might seek a little retribution from that at some point.
Medlin
Wouldn't
with
shock
a 3 on the way. Side of the backboard off of Smith's foot. She couldn't get it, and it'll be Murphy basketball. Swain will gratefully take a break tomorrow, Jeff, as they will not have a game, so they'll get to practice and work on a few things.
Yeah.
After playing Friday and then again Monday and then tonight. But I tell you what, you find out some things about yourself, and one of the things we found out tonight is Alyssa Smith can play.
Oh, gosh.
And she's done a great job stepping up.
You know, she's handled the minutes well. I mean, she don't look like she's just give out or anything out there. She's done a great job.
And that's
Holly Bun.
She's just playing volleyball in there. They're doing all they can do, folks. Have you seen the big kid on the playground that just keeps the ball away from everybody else? That's what it's like.
They have 3 of those, it seems like.
And if we didn't mention it, Strapp and Beckner are back in the game. I'm sure you figured that out. West all over, doing all she can do. Medlin doing all she can do. And we get a break with the ball going to Swain there. But I tell you what, Jeff, those 2 possessions, that was good defense.
That's great defense. Great defense. They bodied him up, got a little physical with him. Did a good job.
Coach Michael Turner could not have drawn that up any better than what he did. So Swain will extend the pressure now with a little bit of a zone press, which we've not seen out of them this year. It'd be interesting to see how, without Clapsaddle in the lineup, how they handle that. Smith almost with a steal. And now they get it back to Strap to beat the press, and now right into a trap between West and Hicks. Now Medlin joins in. Jones steps in. Can she get it? It's on the floor. Picked up by Smith. And
great
ahead to Medlin. Here comes Hicks with numbers. Pulls it back out. Good decision by her. Thought about a three. Back out to Medlin to Jones, and now they'll work it around. Smith will take it. It's short, and Murphy will win the race to the ball. Martin does. Jones in her pocket.
She loses
and
it.
Martin fumbled it away. It will be Swain basketball. Clapsaddle off the Murphy bench and back in, as is Yance. So it looks like Aubrey will get a chance at that triple-double we talked about.
We'll keep an eye on that.
6:10 remaining, 52-32. Nobody scored yet in this period, I don't think.
No.
And so Swain moves it back and forth on that perimeter. And Jones, again, movement, but moved her feet too quickly. It'll be Murphy basketball. Good job trapping, but better job of passing and seeing over that press. Yance has got Clapsaddle on the outside. Medlin with a steal, and that's going to be on Beckner. That'll be her fourth.
Taylor's been so active down there on that low block tonight on defense. She's using her body really well, and it's really frustrated those two big girls.
It has, and the best thing she does is come off of the contact and just slide around in front.
Yes.
Knowing that she's got help behind her, and that's, realistically, they've done a great job in the paint playing these girls tonight, giving up the height they have, and without Grace being present with her wild athleticism, they've done a great job.
I mean, really, you look at it, the two big girls have only combined for 19 points. A slew of rebounds, but only 19 points.
Which has been big.
Uh-huh.
And that one, nobody there.
No.
So we stand still at 0-0 in the fourth. Murphy will try it again. We're at the 5:26 mark, so times are getting a little bit desperate for the Lady Devils to stage a comeback. We saw them do it against Smoky Mountain, so it's certainly possible. But they've got to get busy. Clapsaddle looking to add another assist to her resume. Does not get that one, but they're strapping there.
Good Lord.
Holy cow. What do you do? So Hicks into the front court now. It's up to a 22-point lead. Hicks passes it off to Yance, who dribbles it back around to Jones. Jones ball fakes, kicks it to Medlin in the corner for a three on its way down and back out. And there's a Strap with it. Collins tries to pry it away, but can't. Here comes Martin.
Oh, that's got to be a lead. Yes.
And there it is.
He got it. Good.
Yance athletic enough to get down in front of Stiles, and a push-off by Stiles gives her room, and they catch that push-off. So it'll be Swain basketball. 4:44 remaining in the game now, and Swain down by 22. Hicks with a three on its way.
Boom.
It's down. Lindsey Hicks nails a three-pointer, and Swain takes time out here with 4:30 remaining. 54-35 your score, and it's going to be a 30, so we remain here. Wrestling all day here on Friday. If anybody wants to check that out, it's going to start about 9 in the morning. So they've got a tournament here all day Friday, so wrestling, if you want to come on out on Friday and check that out, feel free to do so. We will not be carrying that one live on the network. So
one of these days I might like a shot at that.
I've done it. It's not easy.
I just want a couple matches, though. Would I have to do the whole day?
Well, if you're going to take it all, yeah.
Ooh, all right, I backtrack then.
We're going to pick one that's a single match or a duel at best to do. We're not going to come and spend all day up here with 47 tournaments going on.
Can I use my WWE knowledge that I've got?
I do.
Okay, all right. That might be fun.
They don't ever do any of those moves, but
that's all right. I don't think people at home know what the moves are called for the most part.
No. Good help by Collins trying to get to that ball. Hicks punches it away. Now Taylor Collins has got it. It falls to the floor. Collins is on the floor. She'll get whistled for a foul. Unfortunately, great hustle by Taylor Collins.
She reached down there and grabbed that girl to help her up, picked her up like a sack of taters.
Well, that comes natural. But the great hustle by the freshman. You got to see that hustle and determination trying to get to the ball. Her willingness to come this far out to guard people and being able to do it successfully is amazing for a freshman. She's got a bright future.
Good help.
Good help. Clap saddle for 3. And why not? Aubrey's having herself quite a homecoming coming over to Swain with her grandfather and grandmother in the crowd watching her tonight. And, of course, we know that our own Evan Clapsaddle will take credit for all of her.
He will. He absolutely will. He'll talk about all the hours he spent out in the backyard with her, shooting and dribbling.
Yep, I'm sure he did that.
I've seen him shoot.
I have too.
He didn't do it.
No, he didn't.
Love you, Evan.
Yeah. Not fooling us, though, brother. Sorry. Know you too well. Clapsaddle now on the wing calmly, and they're looking inside, but Medlin again with help. Clapsaddle will tee up another 3, and it's good.
Knocks it down. Wow.
So now 60-35, the Lady Devils trail it. We're at 3:17 and counting. Medlin directs traffic. Yance dribbles her way into a double team, and we get a foul call on the freshman Addison. So freshman on freshman. Up off the Murphy bench is a whole slew of fresh legs. And everybody's coming out but one. We'll wait and see who that one is. Looks like it's Sydney Addison who will stay. Aubrey Clapsaddle.
Still got 6.
You can't do that. I've tried it before. Those officials, they watch for that stuff.
Sometimes.
No, they do when it's us.
Yeah, well,
when it was me, they did.
Yeah.
Medlin with a clean look. It's going to be short. Yance crashes but can't get there. Now 3 Lady Devils surround Addison, who dribbles out of it into the front court. She's double teamed quickly over there by Yance and Hicks. Finds Thompson. Kicks it over here to Shore. Shore goes all the way to the hole, and she is fouled by Hicks. So at the 2:50 mark, it'll be Shelby Shore going to the free throw line, and Aubrey Clapsaddle looks like her night's over with 16 points, Jeff, along with Emma Strap who had 15. And then Stiles coming in with 10 for the Bulldogs. Shore will have a pair, and she hits it, the first one.
Not even going to write them down anymore.
Got men's action coming up. It's a short-handed Maroon Devil squad, though, that will go against the Bulldogs here tonight. So they'll have to get good performances from a lot of different people to be successful. But fortunately for the Devils, they are deep.
They are deep.
So Hicks steams into the front court, fires one up. Yance with a rebound, finds Medlin. Medlin deep, she thought about it but decided against it. Now West fumbles it away, gets it back, fumbles it away again, and dribbles it on the end line. So it'll be Bulldog basketball with 2:35 remaining, 61-35. And I think this third and fourth quarter again, perhaps a little bit of wear and tear on the Lady Devils from playing last night and playing Friday night.
I'll guarantee it. I mean, you look, it was 28-26 at halftime, and we've just not been able to respond in any shape, form, or fashion this second half.
Yeah. So Swain with a 10-second call there, forcing the turnover, and now Murphy in their 1-3-1 defense. Swain will once again try to find an open lane. It's been a difficult defense to break just because of the length and height of this Bulldog squad. Hicks with a clean look at a 3. It's on its way, rattles around and out. West fights but can't get it away from Thompson, who now finds Addison to outlet it. She will bring it up against Hicks, and we now edge under 2 minutes left in this game. So down goes Addison. Let's see if she hurt herself or if she just fell. Looks like she just fell maybe. She's laughing
about it.
And it will be Kiera Shook off the Swain bench. She's going to get West. And somehow in all that melee, it was a turnover for the Bulldogs. So it'll be Swain basketball. And again, against the 1-3-1 zone that sees Carly Hopkins, one of their inside players up top. Hicks with a dribble, looks back to Yance. Yance gets it and back to Hicks. Hicks spins it around the other way now to Smith. Smith on the floor with it, dumps it to Yance, who saves it right into Gabby Jones's lap. And it will be Murphy basketball. Tori Treadway at the scores table. She checks in, and she will get Medlin. So Taylor Medlin, looks like her night is done, and she finishes with 8 points. Smith still leading scorer for the Lady Devils with 13, but she had 11 at halftime, so that tells you Swain's defense has been, our offense has been tough to come by here in the second half.
Yes, it has.
partly because of tired legs, I feel like, and
Yes.
partly because of the length of the Murphy Bulldogs
Yes.
and their ability to keep the ball from being rotated. It looks like Hicks is going to take a seat. Smith is going to take a seat. Charlotte Jackson in off the bench, the junior, for her first action of the night. And we're going to have 1-1, and that'll be interesting because the girl who was fouled just checked out.
Yes, she did.
But no, we're not.
Nope.
So we're good. West up top will be the point guard. So it's Yance, West, Shook, Treadway, and West is fouled. That foul on Shelby Shore. 1:21 remaining in this one. Remember, after the game, we'll take a short break, 10 minutes. We'll you'll be able to keep up with it, and then we'll come back with the lineups of the boys' game and an exciting boys' action here from Swain High School as the Maroon Devils look to go 7-0. And, you know, Jeff, I was posed a question that you and I probably should debate a little bit. What's the hottest start a Swain team's ever gotten off to at the start of the season? Someone asked me if this is it or not, and I honestly don't have an answer for that.
I'm not sure either. I think back through all the years, wow. That's worth researching. I'm just not sure.
I'm not either. So it'll be interesting if this is indeed the fastest start of any Maroon Devil team in history. Let's just suffice it to say that it is one of the.
Oh, absolutely.
And go with that.
Without a doubt.
And that'll end the debate maybe. But I don't know. I was asked that question, and I did not have an answer for one of the rare times in my sports information director lifetime.
I don't want to sound like one of those guys, well, back in the day, but I know as my junior year, we finished 24-3. But we got beat early by Madison, but I can't remember exactly when it was.
Just about, it seems to me, every team who's had a good season started off with a tough non-conference schedule that usually cost them a win somewhere along the way.
Right.
So, you know,
That's interesting.
It bears looking into. Like I said, it was posed to me, and I really did not have an answer.
I may have to go home and dig through some manuals.
May have to.
See what I can find.
I know where all the old scorebooks are, so that's going to be my trip tomorrow to try to look that up. Shook with a 3 on the way, 2 on the way. It's a little short. Treadway battles for it underneath. I believe it'll be Swain ball. No, I'm wrong again. Fortunately for me, not the first time. 38 seconds left in this one. 63-36, your final. Or looks to be your final anyway. I do know this much, Jeff. It's been a long time since a team at Swain has averaged 80 points a game, and that's what this team is averaging. So they can score the ball, and they defend well too. So they are a formidable opponent for anybody that they come up against, but especially in Smoky Mountain Conference play.
Yes, they are.
So this one's down to 5, and the Bulldogs are going to take the win as no shot will be forthcoming. Nope, check that. It's on its way, and it's off. Treadway with a missed shot. So 63-36, your final here from Swain High School. The Bulldogs improved to 3-0, and the Lady Devils fall to 2-5 on the season. We'll be back with the guys' action in about 10 minutes. So we're back, fans, ready for the men's contest in this one. Murphy Bulldogs against Swain, and that's always a good one. Records really don't matter, but the Maroon Devils, as we alluded to in the girls' contest, off to one of the better starts in school history tonight. And tonight they're not only battling a Murphy team that's just coming off of football season, but they're also battling a bug that's been going around their team. They are without the services of leading scorer Phineas Little tonight, and we'll see how large that looms for this Maroon Devil basketball team. And there are a couple others who have been under the weather. Darren Blankenship, for one. We'll have to see how they respond.
Yes, it will. It's always that next man up, kind of attitude. Brett Treadway, he's not here tonight. So a lot of the guys, kind of like in the girls' game, they're used to maybe sitting over there a little longer. Probably going to have to get in the game a little earlier tonight and prove to have some valuable minutes.
So the Maroon Devils coming off playing Smoky Mountain last night where they got another win, but we'll see how much that took out of them. We saw that was a big deal for the Lady Devils in the second half. They played a very good first half but could not respond in the second half against the Bulldogs, dropping that one. So we'll see how that goes. We're going to step away, give you your starting lineups, and Jeff and I will be back with the call right after this.
For tonight's men's contest. First, for our visitors from Murphy High School. Number 11, Alex Plum. Number 13, Justice Dorsey. Number 15, Kurt Brown. Number 21, Dawson Grizzly. And number 25, Jeremiah Crawford.
So that sets our starting lineup for the contest, Jeff, and it should be a dandy as these two teams get together. It's pretty much a good game, a good contest. No matter what the score is, they're going to get after it for all 32 minutes of this.
Yes, they will. It'll be a great basketball game. Our guys are exciting to watch, ready to tip this thing off, see what happens.
Absolutely. And I'm sure Coach Ray Gutierrez is just as excited to get things tipped off as anybody. As the Bulldogs football season went a little long, folks, in case you haven't heard, as they captured the State 1A championship this past weekend. So they started with 3 consecutive games this week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Bradley all alone and puts the Maroon Devils on top first with a bucket off a good pass from Briar Yonts. And Yonts gets the start in place of Phineas Little tonight, who is unavailable, as is Brett Treadway. You alluded to both of those in the beginning. And the Murphy roster is still in a state of flux. They are real not sure what they've got, who they've got, and what they can do with it because, Jeff, as you know, they've not practiced.
They've not practiced, and it's kind of weird. You look down there on the bench, and he's got a slew of players. So a lot of people to pick from tonight to try to find a good lineup.
Well, what we heard going in, coming from Coach Blankenship, was that they were going to have to play last night, tonight, and tomorrow night, and then make cuts sometime at the end of the week because they've not had a practice time yet.
Wow.
So immediately the Maroon Devils go inside twice. This time Briar Yance with the bucket. It's 4-0 in favor of the Maroon Devils. A good start for Swain as they come out in their traditional man-to-man. If you're just new to Swain High basketball, they want to pressure the ball, they want to create turnovers, and they want to run at every opportunity. The faster the pace, the more they like it. They score in the 80s. They will shoot the ball well from the outside, and they've got a solid inside game. Yance called with the first foul of the game with 6'6" sophomore Zeke Bradley patrolling the paint.
Interested to see how Zeke reacts tonight. I was talking to Coach McMahon before the game, and Zeke got in some foul trouble last night. He said he only got to play about 5 or 6 minutes total time. So he might be a fresh face out there tonight. That's probably worth watching.
It is, most definitely. And the first free throw on the way from Kurt Brown, a junior for the Bulldogs, is down. We'll score 4-1, and we're at the 7:04 mark in this one. And there's the second one down for the Bulldogs. Bradley to start this. They go full court pass to Yance, who goes underneath the Blankenship, who is open, but that ball tipped out of bounds by the Bulldogs, and now Swain will inbound it from under their own goal. It will be Evan Bradley, number 2, to inbound. And that one's off by Yance, rebounded by the Bulldogs, and now Murphy will come out of there. And Chelsea says that on our stat package we're missing Blanc, so he will be blank.
Okay.
So they pressure the ball with 3 defenders, and Justice Dorsey, a freshman, comes out of there with it. Now the shot on the way by Blunt, the man we just talked about. Zeke Bradley pulls it down, an outlet pass reminiscent of Kevin Love, and a skip pass cross court by Yance, and Evan Bradley finds the bottom of the net, 6'2", Maroon Devils. One thing we love about Zeke is those outlet passes come off crisp and right on target.
They're awesome. He puts so much power behind them, and Zeke is just a tremendous passer anyway for a big guy.
He is. Foul on Katolster as he trying to cut the ball off of Kurt Brown over there, and Clayton whistled for the foul, so Murphy will inbound. It will be Jeremiah Clark to throw it in for the Bulldogs. He's looking for an open man. He finds, he can go back court, so he finds Justice Dorsey with the ball. So Dorsey will set the play for these Bulldogs. 6:04 in the first period of play as they're working on the side. Yance with those quick hands working it in. Bradley almost with a steal. Back to Brown, who dribbles around the outside to Grizzly. He dumps it off out there to Clark. Clark's 3 on the way. So Jeremiah Clark with 3. And the Bulldogs back to within 1 at 6-5. Swain works against the pressure inside to Zeke Bradley. He tries to get rid of it. The ball poked away there by Grizzly, and it'll be Murphy basketball right to the hole, and followed nicely there by Blunt. Justice Dorsey blew by everybody to get to the rim and couldn't finish it. Pump fake. Katolster in the middle puts it on the floor. Bradley for an open 3. It's off the back rim, pulled down by Blunt. And now coming the other way is Kurt Brown for the Bulldogs. Yance picks him up. Back and forth dribble. It goes to the floor, picked out of there. Katolster with it by himself. Well, let's see if Clark can run him down. He can, and Katolster lays it in. It's 8-7 Maroon Devils.
Clayton, someone who's just getting better and better every game. I think he had 16 last night up at Smoky Mountain.
Well, as we've said on this broadcast before, Clayton is a guy who does whatever his team needs him to do. If it's score, he scores. If it's defense, it's defense. A long 3 on the way, and it's back ironed and off. Bradley and Yance corral the rebound over there off the Clark missed shot. Now Yance will bring it up. And one of the things about Briar that makes him such a dangerous player is he can play inside or he can be a point guard.
Yes, he can. He can play spots 1 through 5, no questions asked.
So the Bulldogs now in a 2-3 zone against the Maroon Devils. Let's see what kind of problems that gives them. Yance with it up top. He's going to take the 3. It's on its way. Back iron rattles around off everything. And Clark pulls the rebound for the Bulldogs. 4:16 and counting in your first period of play. And that is all the way to the hole, and that'll be Bulldog basketball off the Maroon Devils. Check that.
Oh, boy, I saw what you saw. We'll take it.
Off of that as Dorsey gets all the way to the hole again, and this young freshman, Jeff, is very quick to the basket.
He's got some jets. He can fly. He's got to figure out how to control his shot a little better, but he can get there.
And that will come.
Yes, it will.
So Yance with it in the front court. Back pass to Bradley, poked away there by just Dorsey. And the Bulldogs into the front court with Kurt Brown settling things down. Now Justice Dorsey out on the wing, back to Brown. They're looking to post up Dawson Grizzly inside. There's another three on the way, and that's down by Jeremiah Clark, who now has stroked two three-pointers already. Bradley beats the press all the way into the front court. He looks inside. Backdoor pass. Nice pass by Bradley to Yance for a lay-in. 10 all now at the 3:34 mark. And that may be the most impressive thing about this Maroon Devil squad is their ability to pass the ball, every one of them, not just one.
And they're so unselfish with it, really. Nobody tries to dominate it for the most part, and the guys just look for each other.
So Katolster all over Clark now. And that's Grizzly out on the wing, dogged by Zeke Bradley. And now Dorsey all the way to the hole. He spins by Bradley, who is set up to take a charge, and Justice Dorsey lays it in. This kid is going to be something special for these Bulldogs. He's just a freshman. Blankenship with an open three on the way. Back iron and no good. Here comes Dorsey with it. He speeds his way into the front court. Reverse dribble. He's all the way to the hole. Throws it up and away, but that is off and then missed by Kurt Brown on the follow. And Briar Yance will now bring it into the front court for the Maroon Devils. 12-10 Bulldogs. 2:40 in the first left in this one. Yance to Zeke Bradley. Zeke has three corralled on him. Dribbles it. It spins off. Now they both fight for it. And it'll be Swain basketball.
He's going to stay with us, yes.
I think that bounced off of Dawson Grizzly as he and Bradley tumbled out of bounds. Now quickly off the Murphy bench is Thomas Day, and off of the Swain bench is Seth Parker. Parker gets Clayton Katolster. And Justice Dorsey checks out for the Bulldogs. And Swain moves the ball. Bradley with a deep three on the way, front iron and misses it, and right into the game, Thomas Day pulls down the rebound, steams the other way, finds Jeremiah Clark, who's already hit 2 threes, goes to the hole, has that one blocked by Parker. Now Briar Yance picks it up and goes the other way with it. Finds the middle of the court, Bradley off the drive, goes in and lays it up and off the glass. 2 for Evan Bradley. 12 all, 1:58 and counting in the first period of play. It's been an action-packed first period. And if the next 3 are anything like this first one, we've got a dandy.
Yes, we do. That's going to be a foul.
That's on Zeke Bradley out defending. And interestingly enough, they had Grizzly isolated down there with Darren Blankenship. He posted up. Into the ballgame will be Hagan Newton for Grizzly, so he'll come in. And now to trigger the inbound pass is Jeremiah Clark. He finds Kurt Brown on the backcourt. Now Brown brings it in against Evan Bradley. Clark with another 3 on the way, and it's off, punched out of bounds by Yance, I believe. And yes, it is Yance as it goes over the head of Blunt. And now off the Murphy bench will be 32, who I don't have. I'm assuming Dante Curtis maybe, I don't know.
I'll check that.
Maybe if Mr. Clapsaddle's still listening, he can text us a name for that young man since we don't have him. And there's a deep pass. Bradley with a steal. He's going to the hole hard, and it's on the floor before it happens. So good steal by Zeke, and it will be Swain basketball
Number
underneath.
4.
And they will inbound it from underneath their own goal. Murphy will go zone right here. Out to Yance, who looks for Bradley, who steps back in, fires a corner 3. It's off. Blankenship tries to poke that one away from Day, and Day all the way to the hole, and Yance gets caught with his hand in there, and that'll be 2 on Briar. Again, rotation a little bit mixed up because Yance is usually one of the first ones off the bench, and instead he is now in the starting lineup. So Clayton Katolster will check, looks like, back in for him, and Thomas Day will shoot the free throw. And it rattles around and out. Still 12-0. Katolster off the bench and in. Yance is out. 1:26 and counting in the first period of play. And Day will shoot his second one. And that one's good for the senior Bulldog. Murphy still pressing. The Bradley brothers control it. Good look inside of Parker, and it will be off of Day. Swain basketball. Bradley will inbound it here.
Oh, good hands by
Those
Zeke.
good hands.
Good position by Seth.
That
Knocks
one
it down.
Rattles in from Parker, his first bucket of the game off the nice pass from Zeke Bradley. And now 14-13 Maroon Devils approaching 1 minute to play in this first quarter. Day spins off of the Blankenship defense back to Clark, who's dogged by Parker now, back up top to the unknown Bulldog.
I've got Jake on it. We'll have him in just a second.
That one bounds around and off. Blankenship with a rebound, and he gets his freedom out of that, and then Maroon Devils come into the front court. Zeke Bradley for three on the way. That one's off. Tolster swats it, and it'll be out of bounds Murphy basketball, 41.2. And into the ball game is Justice Dorsey again. He's going to get Kurt Brown out, and Nolan Arkansas with an early appearance here will check in for Zeke Bradley on the defensive end for Swain. 41.2 remaining, 14-13 Maroon Devils in this first period of play.
No first name.
That one jump stop into the lane, and that's Day underneath, misses it. Arkansas pulls it out, protects it, and now goes the other way with it, finds Blankenship on the run, back to Bradley. We're at 20 seconds and counting. Blankenship open for three on the wing. That one back iron and out, poked out of there by Arkansas, shot on the way, good
nice
by
job
Nolan.
by Nolan.
And then we're to 10 seconds and counting with Justice Dorsey pushing the ball into the front court now. Off the dribble, goes stop, jump, shot, up, and off. It'll stay Murphy basketball with 1.8. No, check that. It will be Swain basketball with 1.8 left in this one. Evan Bradley will inbound it. That one steamrolled to Parker over.
We got a shot. Oh.
Arkansas. It just rims out. That'll do it for the first period of play here at Swain High School. The Maroon Devils on top, 16-13. So the second period almost set to get underway here from Swain High School, and it'll be Tolster, Blankenship, Bradley, Parker, and Arkansas to start the second half for the Maroon Devils. For the Bulldogs, it'll be Nelson, who is number 32. We've identified his last name at least. And Dorsey to go along with Brown, Day, and Newton. That one's off. Arkansas with a rebound. Can he come out of there with it? He does. Now he finds Bradley going the other way. Finds Parker.
Good control by
Spin,
Seth.
and Seth gets it to go. 18-13. Seth Parker with four now. And now Dorsey comes into the front court, setting the Bulldogs up. So that's over to the wing to Newton over there, dogged by Seth Parker. He finds Nelson inside. Arkansas pulls it away, can't get it to go, and Katolster on the floor trying to make it a turnover, and there's Dorsey with it, and we'll go this way. We got a foul on Murphy. That shot
14.
by Dorsey is off, and quickly off the bench is Jeremiah Clark. He's going to get Thomas Day. 7-16 in this second period of play. Bradley on the wing kicks it all the way down to Arkansas. Arkansas, a couple of dribbles, looks the situation over, back to Bradley. Back to Arkansas in the corner, three on its way. Back iron and off, rebounded by Newton. Newton to Dorsey. Dorsey steams into the front court. Now there's that man, Jeremiah Clark. Rebounded again by Newton in there, who's doing yeoman's work. Blocked by Parker. Parker pulls it out. And now finds Evan Bradley to lead the break for the Maroon Devils. Bradley into the front court, looks the situation over, goes to Katolster. He looks at Parker but doesn't go to him. Arkansas over on the wing, back to Blankenship. Bradley back up top, deep three by Evan. It's front iron and no good. And there's Hagan Newton again with another rebound. 6:32 remaining in this, your second period. Three on the way by
Boom!
Clark again. 3 threes for Clark, and it's 18-16. Worth noting that the Maroon Devils have not hit a three yet, 0 for 7 so far in the game. Foul on the play, and that's going to be on Clark as he reaches in, and back into the ballgame will be Alex Blunt. He's going to get Hagan Newton. Newton doing yeoman's work while he was in there with several important rebounds. So Bradley now will inbound the ball. He finds Blankenship near the backcourt. Blankenship spins out, kicks it to Katolstra on the wing. Now Blankenship comes through against the zone. Katolstra kicks it over to Arkansas. Bradley on the wing circles it back over to Blankenship. Katolstra on the wing now. Comes off the Blankenship screen on the zone, kicks it underneath to Parker.
Nice look
Parker
by Clayton.
with a nice pass from Katolstra, and Seth Parker with 6 quick points off the Maroon Devil bench. And now 20-16 your score. The Maroon Devils shooting 47.4% from the floor. That's a 3 on the way. It's going to be off. Parker and Blankenship battle for it. Parker's tackled almost, and now Katolstra comes out of there with it, and it'll be off of Murphy and out of bounds. Justice Dorsey pointing to his eye. Looked like he may have lost a contact or got poked in the eye. He's checking out whether. Wait a minute, we got 6 Bulldogs on the court. Somebody's got to come off. So now we're looking to see if he's got to find his contact or not, and that's going to be a tough search, Jeff.
I don't think he's going to find that.
But catching up with shooting percentages, the Bulldogs shooting only 21.7 from the floor, but 33 from three-point range, which has been the big difference so far. Maroon Devils have, I don't think, have attempted a free throw yet, whereas the Bulldogs have.
No, we have not.
And so Swain yet to hit a 3 and yet to go to the free throw line, but yet still lead at 20-16. Bradley inbounds deep to Yance, who's returned to action with 2 fouls. Bradley pump fakes, improves his position, shoots it off Katolstra, almost with a rebound, but coming out of there with it is Kurt Brown. And now the Bulldogs will reset themselves with 5:20 remaining in the second period of play. Here goes all the way to the hole. It's Justice Dorsey again. Yance, nice pass, and that's going to take a basket away, unfortunately. The foul on Nelson against Yance takes away an easy lay-in by Seth Parker on a beautiful pass by Briar Yance, and so now Swain will inbound it. 4 team fouls each, so we're still a little ways away from 1-1 yet. And Evan Bradley will do the honors to inbound. He finds Katolstra. Katolstra ball fakes his way back around. Arkansas with it up top, back to Katolstra. 3 on its way from the corner is off. Rebounded out of there by Tanner Creelman, who's new into the ball game for the Bulldogs. Dorsey into the front court now. Crosses over and goes to the corner looking baseline. Bradley cuts him off, steals it, just picked his pocket clean as day. Here comes Evan Bradley into the front court, finds Yance back to Bradley. 3 on the way now. Short. And that one is short as well. The Maroon Devils with tired legs perhaps after playing last night. That's Creelman in the corner. He'll have a clean look. Back to Blunt. Step inside the three-point line. It's off as well. Bradley corrals the errant shot, and it will be timeout Maroon Devils with 4:29 remaining in the second period. It's 20-18. Devils in this one by the narrowest of margins. And points in the paint go the Maroon Devils' way, 20-6. We'll see if that can continue to build off of that. But the points off the turnovers and second chance points are equal for the Bulldogs and Devils, and that seems to be the major difference. Now we've got everybody out on the floor looking for Justice Dorsey's contact lens, and I don't think he's going to find it. But
it didn't seem to make a difference on that last little dash to the basket.
He did fine without it, didn't he?
I'd just soon not find it. This rate.
The kid's very impressive, and I tell you what, these Murphy Bulldogs are going to get a lot better as the season goes on. I would hate to. Maroon Devils in an unenviable position of having to go to Murphy for the next game, and that'll be a tough get over there for the Devils. It's a tough place to play anyway, but this is going to be an exciting Murphy squad.
You know, though, sorry, Coach.
No,
it's always one of those things, though, coaching varsity all those years in football, it don't matter what they do, they'll never make up those 3, 4, 5 weeks that other teams have had on them.
That's true.
There's nothing you can do to make that up, and that's tough.
And we've been in that situation before.
Yes, we have.
I understand what you're talking about. And you're right, it is tough to make up that time. no matter what. But you don't trade it because that state
No,
championship is very special.
Absolutely.
Catolster off the screen.
Boom.
And Clayton knocks down
There's a
three. As we've said many times on this broadcast, Catolster doing whatever it is his team needs him to do. And we got a travel on Nelson there as he drug his back foot. So it'll be Swain basketball. Chance to make a little bit of a run here. 23-18, another possession. And we're seeing Zeke Bradley return to the Swain lineup. Nolan Arkansas staying on for some extended minutes for Nolan. Off the pick, Bradley with a three. It's on its way, and Evan finally finds the bottom. And back-to-back threes push a 6-0 run to a 26-18 advantage for the Maroon Devils, who are looking now to pull away. Zeke Bradley gets that one away, and we're glad to see Zeke not crash into that scorer's table because he is a hustler all the way, so he's going to dive whatever he's got to do to try to get the ball.
Yeah, that saved your daughter.
It did, and I'm glad. Jeremiah Clark inbounds it, and it will be Kurt Brown to set the offense. And they've got Creelman all alone. He dips it under, a nice pass to Blunt. And the Bulldogs find some points in the paint for a change. They've been unable to do that thus far in this game. Catolster posting up down there now, and it's poked away by Clark, who's having himself a good ball game, folks. And there's Clark again on the break. Steps his way through it, back up top to Brown. Brown looks at Creelman, but Yance cuts him off. Now Yance and Bradley trap. And it'll be out of that to Brown. And Nelson in the middle, block from behind by Yance. Touchdown pass to Yance underneath to Bradley. Bradley double pups, finds his way, fades away, and kisses it off the glass. And 28-20 now your score. Maroon Devils on top, and that will be out of bounds.
Yes, it was.
On Nelson. So the Maroon Devils will maintain possession of it at this point. 2:45 remaining. They're starting to stretch the lead a little bit, and suddenly off the bench is Dawson Grizzly and Justice Dorsey for the Bulldogs. Creelman and Nelson check out. Arkansas to inbound it for Bradley to set the Maroon Devil offense. Tolstra up top to Bradley. Ball faked all the way to the hole. Lays it up and gets it to go. Evan Bradley.
I've got Evan with 11.
Starting to exert himself a little bit here. And remember, they've got about 23 points from Phineas Little to make up somehow tonight. There's Dorsey again, and he gets that one to go. Bradley into the front court now, finds his brother up top. Zeke with a couple of moves inside the Catolster, poked away by Clark again, and now here comes Justice Dorsey. Poked away from behind by Briar Yance, and Arkansas had him and could not get the handle on it. Turns it over. Seth Parker back at the scores table for the Maroon Devils. He'll check in here. And in with him will be Hagan Newton, who's going to get Alex Blunt out of the Bulldog lineup. Zeke Bradley sits back down, and Seth Parker back into the lineup. So now it will be Jeremiah Clark to trigger it inbounds for the Bulldogs. And he finds Dorsey. Back to the corner, three on its way, front iron off. Catolster misses it. Bradley pulls it down, now surveys the situation on the break, kicks it back out, and it's kicked out of bounds by Kurt Brown. So Bradley will be the trigger man now for the Maroon Devils. Kicks it over to Yance, who's got a long three, tees it up on its way, and he rattles it home. Briar Yance knocks that one down to extend to an 11-point lead now for the Maroon Devils, 33-22. Yance on the perimeter trying to stay up with Dorsey. That's Grizzly on the drive. Brown on the three. Back iron. Arkansas jumped too soon and loses it. Now it's poked away by Yance. Catolster with it. Kicks it ahead to Bradley. No numbers for the Maroon Devils, but that doesn't stop Evan, who takes it all the way to the hole, is fouled on the play, and Bradley will go to the free throw line. So Swain's leading scorer, Evan Bradley, now with 11, will go to the free throw line looking to extend that. And Jeff the last 5 to 7 possessions, Evan been much more aggressive looking for his shot.
Yeah, he has. I mean, he's got a lot more twos. He's got that 1-3, but I think he's got that shooter's mentality. Let's get a couple of easy ones right here, then maybe that 3 will start to fall. And if it does, watch out.
Another mystery man into the Murphy lineup. That's number 44. We don't know who he is either. Bradley makes good on both free throws, though. And now Dorsey will bring it across the midcourt stripe, and Briar Yance awaits to apply the defense. Brown back to our mystery man, number 44, guarded by Parker.
Oh, that's McCray.
McCray, okay.
That's Cadrian, McCray.
Bradley again hard to the hole, but Yance is underneath, misses the putback. And let's say that's an offensive foul Bradley draws. And so 35 seconds left in the first half of play. The Maroon Devils inbound it. Bradley ahead to Yance. Yance with numbers pulls it back out, throws it right to Clark. And Jeremiah Clark lays it in. Cross court to Parker. Parker to Yance, kicks it back to Katolster, almost picked away. Now Arkansas on the wing, dribble to his left, right,
Boom!
rather, and
Knocks
nails
it
a
down.
3. So Nova Arkansas on the board, they gave him 2, it looks like. Now the Bulldogs into the front court, all the way to the hole, lays it up with his left hand, Arkansas with it. But that's going to do your first half of play with the Maroon Devils on top by 14, 38-24. Well, all right, Jeff, we are set for second half action, and if it's anything like the first half, we should have a dandy brewing here. Evan Bradley leads all scorers with 13, and as we said, in that final 5 minutes of the second period, he became ultra aggressive on the offensive end. And I think Jeremiah Clark leads the Bulldogs with 9 points on the evening, and that leaves Justice Dorsey with 6 following up for the Bulldogs. 50% from the floor for the Maroon Devils, 27.3 for the Bulldogs, who struggled to find the hole, but that's reminiscent of a team who's only been together a few days here and being able to find the bottom of the hoop. Yeah, some of them have been practicing for a while, but that didn't always mean they've been in the game situation.
It's not like game time, that's right.
So Swain will have the first possession here, and they will open against a 2-3 or 2-1-2 zone. Bradley down low puts it on the floor and goes hard to the basket, and Zeke Bradley with another easy basket lay-in. And the Maroon Devils now stretch their lead 40-24, 7:41 remaining. And Bradley with, is that his second bucket of the game?
That's it.
Swain will stay in man-to-man and extend it all the way out as far as they can. Murphy starts with a little different look as Nelson will start the second half for the Bulldogs, and maybe we're getting a vision of why. So he cranks up a deep three, misses it. Katolster pushes the tempo, kicks it to Yance, back to Katolster, tips off.
Holy cow!
Right over to Evan Bradley, who misses the three. Blankenship keeps it alive. Katolster pulls it out, kicks it back to Yance. Now Blankenship will settle things down a little bit. Katolster in the corner drives, kicks it back to Yance. Three on the way. It's short.
Boom!
Oh, it's good.
Knocks it down.
So Briar Yance with a three, and he is up to
10 points.
10 now. Good pass from Katolster. Good job of the Maroon Devils keeping that one alive. They stretch the lead to 21 now. Behind the back dribble, good penetration all the way to the hole, up and off. Katolster with it. Pulls it up, kicks it all the way cross court to Bradley, who will now bring it up to the front court. Zeke Bradley posts hard against the zone defense, trying to occupy the middle man. Swain will work the ball on the perimeter here. Katolster and Bradley in the inside. Clayton at the high post, Zeke at the low post. Down low to Zeke now, looks at Clayton. He goes back cross court to Evan. Evan tries to penetrate. They're getting a block foul on Alex Blunt that time. So first foul of the second half against Alex, and Maroon Devils will inbound the ball. It has been a shorter rotation tonight, Jeff, than the Maroon Devils usually use, and of course that's due to some illness on the Maroon Devils basketball team with Little and Treadway out.
But it's been remarkable. I mean, we're just starting the second half, but for the first half, pretty much the guys seemed really lively. They looked like they had their legs about them, moved around real well, and hopefully that'll keep up the second half.
It didn't catch up with the Lady Devils till the second half, and there's a thrown away ball. It's going to be Brown steaming in for the layup for the Bulldogs. But getting back to that point, having played last night, played Friday night, it was the second half where the Lady Devils saw the most noticeable dip. Yance with a long three on the way. Bradley almost had it, but it was poked away from him, and now Evan Bradley almost pokes it away, and here comes Dorsey screaming into the front court, knocked away by Yance. Bradley will pick it up and give it to Yance for the lay-in. So Briar Yance with two off the Bradley pass. And the Bulldogs come back into the front court. Nelson spins his way in, almost walked. Now Yance comes away with it, kicks it ahead to Katolster. Katolster easy now. The Maroon Devils starting to stretch on the fast break a little bit, Jeff.
That's what they love to do, is get that thing, get out and go. And every game we start, I try to keep tallies of how many times we get a hand on a ball, and I never make it to the end. I always forget. We're so active with our hands, it's not even funny.
Timeout Bulldogs as Justice Dorsey with a mid-range jumper. And so he's getting an earful from his coach, Gutierrez, as he's going to talk to these. It's a learning moment for this team, really. He's just trying to evolve into what they're going to be and who they are. Maroon Devils well established who they are and what they want to do. Murphy just trying to figure that out. So all of these moments are important teaching moments for Ray Gutierrez, simply because they haven't had practice time together.
It is, and you look down there at that huddle of guys around him, and obviously you look on the roster, there's a couple seniors. That's a lot of young faces down there, it looks to me like.
It is.
And anytime he can find a teachable moment, I'm sure that's what he's wanting to try to do.
So he takes advantage of that one. 5:06 in the third. The Maroon Devils on a big-time run out here in this third period of play. Now Murphy will extend with a little bit of pressure defense. We saw this in the girls' game. And of course, you say, well, why does that matter? It matters because it's the same coach. So he's going to run a lot of the same stuff.
That's right.
And so but he's just not had as much time to put it in with these guys as he has with the girls. And nonetheless, Swain Blankenship penetrates, drops it off to Zeke Bradley, pump fakes and rolls it in. Bradley with another 2, and they're going to get a warning for a delay of game as Zeke punched that ball out of bounds. And so 4:46 remaining. The Maroon Devils 49-28, as we said, averaging 80 points a game, but without some offensive firepower tonight on Phineas Little's 24 points a game. Brett Treadway and his ability to facilitate for this team. But, you know, that guy has had a huge night so far and continues to do so. He spins it up and he misses it. But great defensive possession that time by Clayton Katolster. Brown back to Nelson, who fakes it. Now Dorsey on the drive, spins it up, almost got that to go. He's fouled on the play, and he will go to the free throw line. I believe that was on Zeke.
That was on Zeke, number 2.
His second. So Dorsey will go to the line for a pair. We got 3 Bulldogs at the scorers table. It'll be Thomas Day, Colby Hensley, and Hagan Newton to check in for the Bulldogs. And Dorsey hits the first one. Blunt will check out, and Nelson will check out, and Justice Dorsey will check out after he makes this free throw. 29-49, the Bulldogs cut it back to 20 here with 4:21 remaining in the third period of play. And Justice Dorsey makes that one, and into the ball game will be Thomas Day for him. I think Dorsey may have injured his hip a little bit on that fall.
Should put him in the double digits scoring. I had him for 10.
So Evan Bradley will inbound for the Maroon Devils. Full court man-to-man. Deep pass to Zeke Bradley, who is open, catches it, lays it in. Nicely done. Bradley to Bradley. I would say they may have practiced that in their driveway, but that was a pretty long pass.
That was a long pass. Yes, it was.
And there's a 3 on the way by that man who's hit a few so far here in the first half. Evan Bradley had that one, had Zeke for a moment, but couldn't get control of it enough to pass it to him. Now does, and on the floor, the foul will be on Colby Hensley, a senior, into the ball game for his first action, and is whistled right away to get on the stat sheet. Evan Bradley stacks him up for the inbounds play, and now we'll trigger it in. Finds Katolster back to Bradley. They weren't able to get the screen and go. Back up top for Yance, who lets go of a 3, and Breyer nails another one off the pass from Bradley.
It's his third 3 of the game.
Just taking a look at assists, Evan Bradley with 5, Breyer Yance with 6. Clayton Katolster with 4 for the Maroon Devils. They're now going to double team the ball away from that. It's a throwaway for the Maroon Devil basketball. Bradley with 16, Yance now with 12. 5 of 9 shooting for Breyer, 2 of 4 from 3. And the Maroon Devils, incredibly enough, have only been to the free throw line 2 times tonight.
2 times, that's it.
Katolster with a clean look at a 3. He's got it
knocks
on the way
down.
and knocks it down. Good job by Clayton. And now the Bulldogs steam into the front court, 57-30. And that's up and on its way. Nice inside move by Hagan Newton, who's given quality minutes off for the Bulldog bench tonight. Yance steps himself in, blocked nicely by Thomas Day, rebounded by Blankenship, and there's Clark with it, kicks it out to Day, who brings it up court. Floater on its way, back iron, and Katolster's got it, and second foul by Colby Hensley. And there'll be 2:56 remaining in the third period of play. 57-32, Maroon Devils. Seth Parker off of the Swain bench, and he is going to get Katolster.
Clayton.
Who told him no.
He's like, no, I don't want to go out. Why are you getting me, Coach? Come on, man.
So Parker and Zeke Bradley will patrol the paint together. That's something that doesn't usually happen. Both of them outstanding inside players. Bradley sets a screen for Blankenship, and now Parker will post. Poked away by Clark. Zeke thought about a 3, goes back inside, and we got a foul inside on Jeremiah Clark. Good 2-man game between Bradley and Parker.
It's almost like Murphy's girls when you got those 2 guys in there.
Is.
Big, tall, length, athletic. That's tough.
It is. You're exactly right. Back to Evan Bradley. I didn't hear what the problem was there, but somebody was very upset. Let's see if Evan's all right. I believe he is. Just frustrated on his fall. Katolster right back up. Looks like he's going to get Evan Bradley, who needs a break after that possession. Wet court. Briar Yance will do some duties there, wiping up the floor. So Murphy ball when we resume. And to kick it inbound will be Thomas Day for the Bulldogs. Walking it up is Kurt Brown. And he puts the Bulldogs in motion. Back to Day on the wing. He goes by Blankenship and will get called for the foul. Parker and Bradley meet to block the shot underneath. And that foul on Blankenship, it'll be Murphy ball underneath. Jeremiah Clark will inbound it for the Bulldogs. That one's up.
Almost.
Caught by Day. That's not a backcourt. Shot on its way. Front iron, and Parker fumbles it. Clark's got it. Pushes it up, and Jeremiah Clark's got another bucket. 57-34 now your score. Yance kicks it ahead to Zeke Bradley. Double teamed. Parker is in the paint, and now Blankenship tries to turn the corner, and he is bodied up by Thomas Day there, and 5 team fouls on the Bulldogs. Evan Bradley quickly back into the lineup, and he's got Darren Blankenship. Darren also one of those a little bit under the weather coming into the game, so these back-to-back games are tough on guys who are having trouble breathing because of sinus infections and problems. Parker hands it back over to Katolster. He thinks about it. Bradley finds Parker, free throw line extended back to Zeke Bradley. Zeke dribbles, kicks it in, and nice ball movement underneath as Seth Parker lays it in. Another assist for Briar Yance, who's a fine passer, one of the best I've seen in recent years, to be honest with you. And that's all the way to the hole. Missed. Katolster battles for it, has it, kicks it ahead to Evan Bradley. Zeke ball fake, lay up and lays it in and around, misses it, gets his own rebound back, tries to go up with it, and is fouled on the play by Kurt Brown. So let's see if that, nope, they call it on the floor.
It's on the floor,
so
yeah.
It'll be Swain ball out underneath. Evan Bradley to inbound. Bradley to Parker, back to Bradley, kicks it across to Katolster, improves his position, drops it off for Zeke Bradley, corner shot on the way by Zeke. Nice shot by Zeke.
Should put Zeke into double digits.
So the Maroon Devils inching on up towards 80. And it's been kind of smooth and easy, I guess is the easiest way to say it.
Yeah, it really has. They got off to kind of a slow start. Murphy scrapped with them a little bit, but all of a sudden we just kind of got our emotions under check, got everything settled down, and we've played really good basketball now for about the last 2.5 quarters.
I think that call was on Seth Parker as he and Clark become tangled up down there. And subs checking into the Bulldog lineup with 1:04 remaining. And remember, folks, they've got a game tomorrow as well, so Ray Gutierrez is doing what he can to keep fresh legs here. So he's got wholesale substitution, 5. Actually, it's 5, but 1 shooting, so he's going to have to wait just a minute. Dante Curtis, that is. And so 5 new Bulldogs will be on the court in just a second. Clark with his second free throw rattles around and out. Parker with a rebound. Finds Evan Bradley. Hesitation dribble by Bradley back over to Zeke to the corner to Clayton. Thought about a 3, dribbles himself into better position, kicks it back to Evan. 1 step to his left, 3 on the way, rattles around and out. Rebound out of there by DeAndre Jackson. And that one's tipped by Yance, kicked underneath. Yance reverses it, misses it. Bradley with a rebound, and he lays it in. So Zeke Bradley with another rebound, another 2. And that one kicked into Tanner Creelman. It goes ahead to Ethan Sneed with it. Sneed to McCray. McCray all the way to the hole, shoots it over. Foul will be on Parker.
Be his second.
27.5 remaining in this one. Nolan Arkansas at the Swain bench to check in. So McCray will go to the line. His free throw is good. And Arkansas and Curtis check into the lineup. We hope these names are right. We pulled them off of the Max Preps feed for Murphy. And, of course, it's not totally filled out yet, Jeff, because they still haven't figured out what numbers people are going to wear because it's the first day of being there was yesterday. So both free throws good by McCray, and Maroon Devils will inbound the ball, leading at 63-37. We're approaching 20 seconds in this third period of play. Arkansas on the wing dribbles himself around, kicks it to Evan Bradley. Bradley dogged over there by Creelman, goes to Zeke Bradley underneath. It's fumbled away by Zeke, who gets fouled on the play on the tie-up. And you might be able to pick it up off our microphones, but there's one disenfranchised parent here somewhere.
I don't mean to keep chuckling, but I can't
the
help
whole
it.
process.
It's not a holler, it's just a scream.
I can't even make out what they're saying. Dylan Smith is going to check in for the shooter, and Zeke Bradley goes to the line. We got 9 seconds left in this third period of play. Bradley to the line for only the third free throw of the night.
Yes,
for Maroon Devils.
that's right.
So Bradley with his second attempt now, the fourth attempt of the night for the Maroon Devils, and it is on its way and good. And Bradley will check out. Dylan Smith will see action for the Maroon Devils.
Just looking at this, Coach, impressive. If we can get Seth 2 more, that'd be 5 guys in double-digit scoring tonight.
It's not unusual for the Maroon Devils to do that for folks who haven't seen him play yet. And by the way, if you haven't seen him play, you need to come out and check this action. It's a fantastic ball club, and they are very, very good. It's going to be an interesting season. Basket good.
Nice.
That one's in there, 65-39 after 3. We'll be back with the final 8. So we're back for the final 8 in this one. Maroon Devils comfortably in command, 65-39. And the fourth quarter gets underway. As we said, good pump fake by McCray. He leaves that one a little short. Don't know if it got blocked or not. Looks like a foul on the Maroon Devils. Darren Blankenship,
His second.
whistle for that one. And again, I'm not 100% positive about any of these names I'm putting out there now, Jeff. So
That's all right.
if any of our Bulldog faithful are listening at home, or they can text us, let us know if we're right on these. But I've got this as Ethan Sneed
Yes.
to shoot the free throws. And again, we took the Rostroff Max preps, but again, it's fluid, so bear with us. We apologize. It's not intentional, I promise. So the Maroon Devils control it after the made free throws, 65-40. Evan Bradley with out on the perimeter. He hands it off to Blankenship, and it'll be a turnover for the Maroon Devils. So Murphy will inbound it from the side. Timeout, Swain. And I think this is a lapse in concentration timeout.
Yes, it is.
Coach McMahon to remind his troops the game's not over. They can't put it on cruise control. They've got to continue playing. Let's take a look at the stat rundown. Evan Bradley with 16, Zeke Bradley with 14, Byron Johnson with 12, Clayton Katolster with 10, and Seth Parker, as you mentioned, with 8. Dorsey has 10 for the Bulldogs. Clark with 12 for the Bulldogs to lead them. The most impressive thing to me is the ball movement by the Maroon Devils. 8 assists now for Byron Johnson, 7 for Bradley, 5 for Katolster. And then you look at rebounds, you got Clayton with 6 rebounds to lead the team. So he's looking at a 10-point, 5 assist, 6 rebound night. But then again, Clayton does fill up the stat sheet.
Yes, he does. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
McCray may be earning himself a little bit more playing time with a couple of easy baskets inside.
I'm willing to bet he was the tailback. This is the first time he's picked up a basketball.
Guarantee it. Seth Parker
There it
is
is.
double figures with a nice mid-range jumper there. And
Good, Seth.
Good night for Seth all the way around. Zeke Bradley up off the Swain bench, and McCray moving his way, shot on the way, and that one rattles around. Seth with a rebound, tries to come out of there with it, tied up by Creelman, and it'll be a jump ball going Swain's way. Bradley is up. Who's he got? Looks like Blankenship again, and again, in case you're wondering, they're milking Darren's minutes tonight because he is a little under the weather today and not feeling very well. So all healthy, able bodies on board, I guess.
That's
is
right.
the motto here. Yance with another 3 on the way,
Boom!
and Breyer cans another one. Another big night for Breyer Yance. We got a technical foul, and let's see who that's going to be against. Technical foul. It'll be on Evan Bradley. And I think that comes off the delay of game.
Knocked the ball away
I
again.
think we got a warning on the delay of game.
We did.
And so Evan happened to be the one who poked it away, and it ended up being a technical foul because of it. So shooting, if we got the name right, DeAndre Jackson for the Bulldogs, shot up and on its way is off. 70-42, the Marine Devils 10 away from their average of 80. That one rattles around and home. So the Bulldogs will get the ball out of bounds on the side. They would have had it anyway, so they gained 1 point out of that. So Creelman with it on the wing to McCray down in the corner. And you're right, Jeff. It may be the first time he's picked up a basketball in a while, but he's pretty good at eluding people.
Oh, he's a heck of an athlete. Lord have mercy.
He's been doing that for about 16 weeks, eluding people.
Seems like he's been at Murphy for 16 years.
I think you're right. I think he's a red shirt, fifth-year senior.
He's going to lead them in scoring. He hasn't even played 3 total minutes probably. Ooh.
That's on Curtis, I assume. So Bradley will go to the line. We're shooting 1-1 from this point forward. 6:27 remains. Evan looking to add to his total tonight, and he's all over his season average of right around 18 points a game. And that one rolls
Gets
in.
the roll.
Shooter-friendly roll for Evan, who is a fantastic shooter. That one rattles around and out. McCray with a rebound. He puts it on the floor, is going to bring it up himself. Wins the race, kicks it out to Creelman, who moves it around. Shot, one-hander on the way. It's off, battled around, and run down by the Bulldogs, who are double-teamed over in the corner, and it will stay Murphy's basketball. Another great night of shooting from Marine Devils, 55.8% from the field on the night, 40% from three-point range, 83% from the free throw line. McCray thinks he'll take his turn at a 3 and misses it. Bradley with the outlet pass, and he holds it up, thinks better of it. Nice bounce pass to Breyer Yance, who lays it in. Zeke Bradley adding to his assist total, and Yance adding to his point total. Shot on the way from Sneed, and it rattles around and out, pulled out of there by Katolster, who ends up with it stripped away in there by Curtis, and now they both spill into Grant Schuler down on the Swain bench.
Stay away from his shoulder.
Yeah, don't hit him in the shoulder, whatever you do.
You know what's interesting to note? We started off the game, I'm pretty sure we were 0 for our first 8 shooting threes. So we've hit 8 of our last 12 from a three-point strike.
We heated up in a hurry.
That's fabulous. Wow.
Wholesale substitutions, we'll try to set them for you as we move along here. For the Maroon Devils, it's Darren Blankenship, Dylan Smith, Ice Littlejohn, Tanner Parton, and Nolan Arkansas. For the Bulldogs, it's back to Justice Dorsey, Jeremiah Clark, Dawson Grizzly, Kurt Brown, and
Hagan Newton. Number 4.
Thank you. Littlejohn alone underneath lays it up.
Hey, the Iceman.
Ice is on the board. So Littlejohn with his first bucket of the night, 75-45, 30-point lead for the Maroon Devils, 5:17 remaining. The Bulldogs with their starting unit back on the floor work the ball around. And right now it's as much about finding a feel for the game and practicing on the run, if you will, for the Bulldogs. And that's a great shot by Justice Dorsey, who's going to be a force in this conference.
Yes, he is. He's found him one in this little kid tonight.
Absolutely.
He's a good basketball player.
He certainly is.
Got the Jets, too.
He can fly. Dorsey shooting for his 13th and 14th point. Blankenship will bring it up now for the Maroon Devils into the front court. He's checked by no one, so he'll fire away at a three. It rattles around and off. Pulled out of there by Clark, and now the Bulldogs steam the other way. Clark into the front court, pulls it up back to Dorsey. Brown on the dribble, drops it off for Grizzly. It's poked out of there by Parton. Now Dorsey with it to reset the Murphy offense. Pretty tough draw for Tanner Parton.
Yes, it is.
Come into the game ice cold, and guess what? You got this freshman who can fly. Clark batted away by Blankenship. Let's see who it'll be. It'll be Murphy ball. Littlejohn comes out of there shaking a finger after jamming it on that ball. 75-48, 4-14 your score. Murphy basketball. Inbounded to Grizzly. He looks to pass it back. Goes back to Dorsey with it. Dorsey back to Clark. Clark with a fadeaway three. He misses it. Tanner Parton had the rebound and is punched away by Clark. It'll be Swain basketball. Littlejohn to inbound it against the Murphy pressure now. Looks like they're working on a zone trap. It goes all the way down court to Parton, who tucks it under and runs with it.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I think Nolan was going to let that go out of bounds, and it came right off his foot.
It did come off his foot. I think it was the color of those sneakers that jumped up and got the basketball. There's just no controlling sneakers of that color.
No.
Justice Dorsey into the front court, Parton with a forearm laid into him, so Dorsey will be fouled. That will be a 1-and-1 for Justice. He'll go to the free throw line where he has been tonight. And we'll shoot again. Dorsey with 13 points to lead the Bulldogs.
Yeah, he's perfect from the stripe on tonight. Let's see what that does. Ah, couldn't get him.
Nope, only caused it to circle the rim.
Couldn't get him.
And we're having to put some kids back into the stands.
I thought Mr. Brazil was going to throw him out for a minute.
Which has become a little bit of a concern around Swain anymore. Sooner or later, I'm afraid somebody's going to get hurt. Yeah. Blankenship picks up his dribble, finds Smith ahead to Littlejohn, back to Smith, over to Blankenship to the corner to Arkansas. Blankenship sets a screen, rolls to the corner, and now back to Littlejohn, who finds the dribble, lays it up and in.
Nice
Nice Littlejohn with another lay-in. So ice on the board again. And Dorsey in, he blows by Parton and lays it in. And Justice Dorsey made that look awful easy.
Yes, he did.
So he now has a game high 17 points. Tied with Bradley and Yance. Got a foul on the play. I believe it was on Nolan, Arkansas. And up off the Murphy bench will be Colby Hensley. He's going to get Grizzly out. And the Bulldogs will go back to the free throw line with Kurt Brown, who will shoot 1-and-1 here. Good by Mr. Brown. He'll get a second one for his troubles. The Maroon Devils a little shorter than normal on the bench tonight. They have now played everybody. Littlejohn will inbound it to Blankenship. Bounce pass to Littlejohn, kicks it to Arkansas. Short corner shot by Nolan. Hits everything but the bottom of the net. Now here comes Dorsey out of there, and Brown, check that. Newton couldn't hang on to that one as it tumbles out of bounds. It'll be Swain basketball. 3 minutes exactly remains in this game. Cut out, and Arkansas is able to track that down with his quick feet, quicker than usual with the color of those shoes. That's saved off of.
Heads up, coach.
Was that not off of Hensley?
I thought it was. Holy cow.
There we go. Now we got it. They straighten that out. So the Maroon Devils will inbound it right here. Nolan, Arkansas to do the throw in. 2:48 remaining. The Maroon Devils lacking a long distance three to get them to 80. And Nolan steps over the line. It will be Murphy basketball. So Justice Dorsey into the front court. 3 on the way. That's about the only thing he hadn't put on the stat sheet so far, I believe. Arkansas leads the break. He's got numbers his way. He'll pull it up and shoot it. It rattles around and out. He rips the rebound down and got fouled on the play. Good aggressive move to the basket by Nolan and a good job following his shot. So he'll earn himself 2 free throws. Stops the clock at 2:32 remaining in this one. Again, folks, Maroon Devils at home on Thursday. Should be an interesting contest with the Panthers coming into town, an old 2A matchup. Nolan knocks the first one down. And hopefully it'll give the Maroon Devils a chance to practice, number one, and get a little healthier, number two, and see how they can do to wrap up pre-Christmas with 8 games under their belt.
Hopefully we'll have Phineas and Brett back next Thursday. We'll be back to full strength. And Franklin always comes to town. They always play us tough. For whatever reason, I guess it goes back to the old 2A days. They think that this is just a huge rivalry, and they're going to play us tough no matter what sport it is, and I don't expect anything less Thursday night.
Well, it's a rivalry. You know, that's the thing about it. Yeah, they're a bigger school than us, so is Smoky Mountain, but those are lingering rivalries that it's really hard to kick the habit of because it's been so long. You're looking at 75 years of athletics in this area and playing each other 2 times a year for a good stretch of that.
Yes.
It's a rivalry.
It sure is.
There's a lot of pride in who's going to take home that old 2A conference championship in whatever the sport is. So it's always a good game between the two teams, and I'm sure this Thursday rather will be no different. So we look for a large crowd. Hope you come out, but if you can't, Jeff and I will have all the action for you beginning immediately following the girls' game. Free throw on its way by the Bulldogs. They've knocked that one down. Now Ice Littlejohn inbounds. It's 78-56 your score. Littlejohn and Blankenship work it up court, and that one's taken away by Colby Hensley. Poked away there from Billy Campbell. Blankenship weaves his way around, has that one batted away, and now that one bounces off of Tanner Parton and out of bounds. So, Jeff, things a little sloppy here in the closing minutes for both teams.
Yeah, it is. You get some of the guys in, don't traditionally get to play quite a bit, and things get to going, and all of a sudden it gets a little bit helter-skelter. But the guys are getting a chance to get out there and work on some stuff, so that's always a good thing.
Blankenship and Parton switch off now all the way to the hole off the front iron as Clark. He gets his own rebound. Fade away now rattles home for Jeremiah Clark. And that one's thrown right to –
holy cow.
That one's thrown right to Justice Dorsey, who takes a hard spill on the foul. Let's hope he's okay.
I believe he's okay. He's a tough little son of a gun.
He is. He's an exciting young player in this conference, and one that this conference, he's going to do great things before it's all said and done. So I think we're looking for a towel to wipe things up, and hopefully Mr. Dorsey's okay. Came down hard on his hand. Maybe you get one of those floor burns on your palm. That hurts a lot, or you could have jammed a wrist. A lot of things could have happened right there. We hope he's all right. He'll get 2 free throws for his credit here. 78-58, 127 remaining. Dorsey sitting on a game-high 17 points. So looking to become the game-high scorer. And that one rattles out. And we got Creelman's going to check in for Dorsey. Cheerleaders having to work extra hard tonight as they're down about half of their normal number, but they're still making a ton of noise over there.
Yes, they are.
Cheerleaders probably hit harder by the flu bug than either of the teams, as they are down about 7 or 8 cheerleaders tonight. That's hopefully they get better too. Arkansas dogged over there, and looks like he's going to be fouled, and that will be on Hensley. At the table is Alex Blunt and Creelman. They're going to check in for the 2 leading scorers for the Bulldogs. Jeremiah Clark, who leaves the game with 14 points, and Justice Dorsey, who leads it with 17. Dorsey, an impressive young player. Clark as well. Clark only a junior, so they've got some building blocks there, Jeff, that they can build on coming out of this. Again, it's so young in this season for them that they have got a bright future. I think Murphy's going to be okay.
I feel like towards the end of this conference run, they may be a team that nobody wants to possibly see or face.
There'll be a tough draw in a tournament or playoffs once you get to that point, even though they're not going to get the seeding that perhaps they want. Arkansas with a chance to make it 80 on the dot, and he does.
And there it is.
So the Maroon Devils with another game in the 80s, and that's sort of become their calling card to hang 80 on people. This time they've got 5 scorers in double figures. with Evan Bradley and Briar Yance 17 each, Zeke Bradley 14, Katolster and Parker 10 each. At 3 on the way, and that's knocked down by Creelman. So we're under a minute now to play, so we'll try to throw some stats out there for you on the Tanner Parton with a 3 on its way. It's going to be off the top of the backboard. Little John pokes it out to Blankenship. He's got to hold on, and he gets mauled. Darren will get some free throws out of that, and while they do it, we'll try to run down a few stats for you there. Rebounds, Katolster with 8. Arkansas now with 6, so good night out for Nolan off the board. Zeke Bradley 4, Evan Bradley 3, and Yance 3. Jeremiah Clark with 9 on the Murphy side. Steals on the night, we had Evan Bradley, Briar Yance, Zeke Bradley, and Clayton Katolster all with 2 each. On the other side, Kurt Brown with 4. And assist-wise, Briar Yance finishes with 9, Evan Bradley 8, Clayton 5, Darren and Zeke 3 each.
32 as a team.
32 assists as a team. That's ball movement right there. Blankenship makes them both, and we're at 82-61. And that looks like the Maroon Devils are going to move to 7-0 and look to make it 8-0 Thursday against Franklin. And between that time, Jeff and I will get our crack staff on trying to figure out what our best start in history is.
We'll see what we can do with that.
Blunt knocks that one down on the offensive stick back. Now the Maroon Devils don't have to take a shot, of course, if they don't want to. Blankenship steams on by, finds Little John, who scored 4 on the night. And Blankenship and Hensley go at it a little bit there, and Hensley retaliates and gets caught with a foul. Blankenship will go back to the free throw line. We're at 11.9 seconds left in this one. The Maroon Devils, another hot night shooting, 53% from the floor, 83 from the free throw line. I hope I didn't say that too soon. The Bulldogs, 29% from the floor, 18 from beyond the arc, and 72 from the line. But again, Bulldog fans, don't be too discouraged. This is a good-looking team you've got here, and you've got to give them a little bit of time, and I think they're going to be okay. Blankenship with another one on the way, and he makes it. So 84-63 now. We're down to 10 seconds and counting, and that's Nelson winding his way in. Jump stop, kicks it back to Blunt, over to Creelman. Creelman 3 on the way. Back iron and good. Blunt and Parton fight for it. We got a jump ball.
That's going to
do it. The Maroon Devils on top, 84-63 tonight. Moved to 7-0, folks, with a great start on the season. We'll be back here with you Thursday night with all the action for varsity girls and varsity boys. So if you can't make it out and see it in person, tune in and check it out with Jeff and I next Thursday night. Thanks a lot for joining us tonight. We'll see you Thursday.